pad-popping is back. The bone-crunching, ankle-breaking, people-pushing sport that we love returns. Broken Arrow Tiger football kicks off tonight. This season looks different. There's a new sheriff in town. Travis Hill returns to Broken Arrow, but this time as head coach, joined by familiar faces from the 2018 title run, and new ones bringing the spark. There's an electricity in BA, and it travels to Northwest Arkansas for Game 1. Are you ready? It's the Broken Arrow Tigers and the Springdale Har-Ber Wildcats. This is Tiger football, and we are gold-blooded. And so it begins. Chapter 1 of the Tigers 2025 story will be written tonight as the season kicks off here live on Arrowvision. The Friday night lights are on, the players are all warmed up, and before you know it, we'll be underway. It's the first game of the Travis Hill era, and we couldn't be more excited to get this season started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NWA. We're coming to you straight out of Springdale, Arkansas, as the Broken Arrow Tigers square off with Springdale Har-Ber High School. I'm Dylan Rivera. He's Coach Mo Wallace, a.k.a. Maurice Wallace, a.k.a. Mo Money, Mo Problems. But there's no problems tonight. The spirits are high because it's football season once again, Mo.
Yes, it is football season right back here in Springdale, Arkansas. First of all, I want to congratulate you on being back to Broken Arrow.
Thanks,
Dylan.
sir.
I mean, it's a beauty to have you back here. But I'm excited. Travis Hill eras began. The defense is going to be the catalyst tonight, the way I look at it, and the run game on offense, and we'll see what Jay has in store for Har-Ber tonight. Obviously,
a lot of excitement surrounding the new head ball coach. Travis Hill comes back to Broken Arrow after 4 years at Muskogee High School, a 2023 state title, and a 2024 one-point runner-up finish under his belt. Now with a fresh start at BA. Our sideline reporter Madison Dildine was able to go 100 yards with him earlier this week.
Hey Tiger football fans, we know you've been waiting a long time to see the Tigers in action, and the wait is almost over. I'm Madison Dildine, joined alongside head coach Travis Hill. Coach, this is the first 100 yards of the season, but it's not your first 100 yards. Since we did this in December, what's life been like for you?
It's been busy. You know, a little pre-talk here before we got 100 yards. It's been exciting. It's been this, but it's also dealing with a lot of logistics and making sure we're all prepared to go. But now that those times are behind us and we've got those things, I think we're ready to go play some football.
What are you most excited for this season?
Well, you know, the opportunity to work with not only our young people that we do, and we have been since January, but working with the community, seeing the football community, in general, just the excitement that comes along with that. I think that's exciting to me, and hopefully very rewarding to them that we put out a great product and our young men adhere to what we're expecting as far as a great football team this year.
Talk to me about some of the new faces on your staff.
Well, we could go a long way because there's a lot of new faces, but you know, I'm going to try, and I hate it because I can't highlight them all because we only got 100 yards, Madison, okay? So with that being said, you know, I'm just going to highlight our coordinators. Steve Craver and Brad Higgins are both young men that have been at Broken Arrow before, but on our staff, I really want to say, hey, man, thanks to them and what they're doing with our defensive staff and everything, working hard. And then, you know, when you got Jay Wilcox focusing on the other side, taking care of administrative duties like he does such a great job. Running the offense, him and Levy Adcock, teaming up on that to really assist each other. It's been a great deal. I just want to mention, without mentioning all the names, the rest of the staff, Madison, I can't ask for more. We got a beautiful staff, wonderful staff. If you got to have thick skin to come in our coach's office. But outside of that, man, they're just as good as gold, and we really appreciate them.
That's awesome. Coach, who are some guys that fans should keep an eye on this season?
Well, I mean, that's nice when you know you're a good football team. That means you get to talk about a lot of kids. But, you know, I'm going to start off with just a group. Our offensive line has a chance to be special. We're going to keep pushing them. They don't like me right now because I'm telling them they're not any good right now, Madison. But they're going to be a pretty good group. And we looked at, you know, individually wise, when you look at your quarterback, I'm very happy and excited for Jeremiah Satimba. He's worked hard. He had to beat some people out. I say beat him out. Had to earn his position. Did a great job with that. That's hard when you return as a starting quarterback. New people giving you new ideas and new thoughts. And then probably the one guy there's a guy on our team by the name of Samaj Stanford that I've been around football a long time, and Samaj is a special football player, not only from what he can do on a physical standpoint, what he does mentally. He brings so much knowledge from a player standpoint onto us, makes it very easy to coach.
We have back-to-back road trips to Arkansas up first on the schedule before our home opener.
Absolutely.
What are you looking for, and what do you kind of see out of that week one opponent at Springdale Har-Ber?
Okay, great stuff. We're looking for the opportunity to travel well. I always like it, to be honest with you. We bring that group together. Bottom line, we're looking for that opportunity. Springdale Har-Ber, they're like us. They got a new football coach too. Kid guy come over from Bentonville, working it. So it'll be intriguing watching two teams get the first opportunity to work with their new staffs over there. Excited about it. And the number one thing, we definitely are ready to hit another cover.
That was 100 yards with head coach Travis Hill. He and the Tigers traveled to Springdale Har-Ber to open the season tonight. Pregame starts at 6:30 live on AeroVision.
Well, Mo, I said in that opening video that there is an electricity and it travels here to Northwest Arkansas, and I think that electricity just follows Travis Hill wherever he goes. That guy can fire up anybody, and certainly just walking into this program, he brings some new life to it.
He brings awesome life to it, brand new life to this program. He injects the juice back into the Broken Arrow football program. He's all about these kids, holding them accountable for what they do, and he's also, it's the little things that matter with him. You know, the way the locker room is, the way they act in the community, the way they act in the classroom. You know, they're students first, but they're athletes on the field, and it's all about the overall student athlete, the overall human being when it comes to him.
There's a lot of new faces on the coaching staff, and we'll surely touch on them throughout the season. But in this new age of high school athletics, there's also a fair amount of new faces on the field, and one of those players that we'll likely be talking about a lot this season is Bryson Brown, BB better known as. And he is coming from an athletic family, and more specifically a football family. Yes. It was just a matter of when he'd play the game and not if he would. He credits his father, his brothers, and his uncle for inspiring him to take to the field.
My older brother, he is at the house right now, but he's finna go out to Utah State. Okay. So, and then my other one is at Charleston Southern. My dad, he was like he was an Arkansas legend. So, you know, being back then at his time, you know, he was a big name. And then before my uncle passed away, he was a big name as well. My dad played receiver and DB. That's where I really got it from. And then my uncle played QB and receiver. You know, that's my twin. We look exactly alike. So, you know, just being around my mom, you know, it's everything to me. My mom, that's like my leader, that's my hero. As well, my dad as well, that's my leader and my hero. They both are. My dad, I can hear my dad. I can pull up any highlight, and my dad would be the one yelling out, "Oh yeah, BB!" I'm telling every time.
You could tell by the smile on BB's face how much his family means to him, and he opened up to me a little bit about his uncle passing away when he was young and how much that affected his family and his father, and he plays with that every single time he goes out on the field. He said he thinks about his family every time he goes out on the field, and that says a lot about who he is.
Well, yeah, it says a lot about who he is, and he also plays with a lot of energy. I mean, practice with a lot of energy, and I mean, he's always happy. I mean, life is short. The football game is short. You know, the football life is short. I mean, within a blink of an eye, you wake up tomorrow morning, you know, your high school career is done. I mean, so I think he takes everything with a grain of salt, and he smiles all the time, and he's just a happy kid.
Absolutely. Well, we've spotlighted the defensive side of the ball, so let's flip it over to the offense, and for that, we'll hand it over to Madison Dildine. Madison?
Yeah, guys, oftentimes in football, you hear us talk about the theme of brotherhood. That's whether you are on the same position as somebody or even if you share the same bloodline as them. We sat down with junior receiver Zayn Matthews-Boudreau, who has a strong sense of brotherhood both on and off the field. Check it out.
Nailed it.
Yep, that was big time.
That was great.
My brothers
really
mainly got me into football because they played before me, and then I started playing like
Talk about Zayn Matthews-Boudreau
fifth grade
for a
year
moment.
because my mom was scared about injuries when I was younger, so she didn't want me doing all that.
So you guys all
We'll go to a commercial
Yeah.
after the
You guys
Zayn
all play
Matthews,
the same
right?
position?
Okay, so I'll pitch
Wide
the break.
receiver.
Okay.
all you guys wide receiver. Okay. You guys talk about kind of.
Yeah, they just helped me throughout the years, and I was just prepared for it. We just play the video games and then just talk to each other and communicate, keep that brotherly love, and then sometimes I go over to my brother's house and just talk to him. I play MLB The Show, even though I don't play like, you know, Madden, NCAA, but MLB The Show is like, I'm like really good at that. I played baseball like when I was younger and stuff, and then I stopped playing that when I wanted to focus more on football. Favorite team, LA Dodgers, and then I like Shohei Ohtani. I'm the fastest on the team.
Would they agree?
Yeah, if they don't, I think we can race them.
Certainly excited to see the season that Zayn Matthews-Boudreau will put together this year. He was the team leader in catches in 2024, 62 catches, 689 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think he'd like to see that touchdown number go up a little bit, but he is a part of a very strong receiving corps, and he is maybe the speediest guy you will see on the field this season.
Arguably one of the fastest guys on the team. I mean, another kid that has a great smile and a great attitude about life and in football, and he's also happy that Travis Hill is here, and he's happy that Jay is here also because, you know, I think Jay's going to do everything he can to get the football to him.
It's going to be really interesting to see how they get the football to him and what that looks like in play. And we will find out here pretty shortly. Kickoff not too far away. We'll take a quick commercial break and come back here live on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union. The only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go Yay!
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, park improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back here live on AeroVision to Springdale Har-Ber High School in Northwest Arkansas. The Tigers on the road for Game 1. Dylan Rivera here on play-by-play. Coach Mo Wallace by my side on the color commentary duties, and Madison Dildine is our sideline reporter this evening. Looking forward to a lot of these new faces on this roster, but one guy that really jumps off the page is Payton Hicks at tight end. And maybe jumps off the page for a few different reasons, and that's because while he's massive and a very big body at tight end, he is also an accomplished quarterback. And so if there's any time that maybe we need to sneak something in, you might look at Payton Hicks. But, man, he is a talented player, and I will run through some stats after I let you talk about him. But, man, he is impressive.
And I'm sure there's going to be a package for him tonight or maybe next week as the season goes along. But he's another guy that's added to the arsenal of Jay Wilkinson's offense. He's going to be a guy that's going to be out there that's going to push the seams vertically. He's going to block well, and he gets physical down low with the offensive line.
He has never played tight end before, but he says he's enjoying the change. But playing quarterback, he threw for 2,596 yards and 22 touchdowns last year at Locust Grove. Also rushed for nearly 1,300 yards and 26 touchdowns while at the Pirates football program. Set school records as a freshman QB at Hennessy, and actually had a 7-touchdown game and a 600-yard game. And, boy, he can get it done on that side of the ball. But now changing over to the tight end position here at Broken Arrow, that's a big change, and the coaching staff believes in him there. His dad is the special teams coordinator, Paul Hicks, and he talked about how the blocking kind of comes naturally to him because he is a former wrestler. Now, the only thing that he said is you might have to watch him on the pulling when it comes to blocking and trying to match up on the move.
Yeah, well, and, I mean, I think he's versatile. He's a versatile athlete. I think he has great feet. I think he's going to be able to get the leverage and get outside and be able to hook some people to get like Sango and Octavian loose on the edge.
He'll be wearing number 9 tonight. He is a senior this year and has some interest from D1 schools at that tight end position, so it'll be interesting to see throughout this year how that pans out. Another group that we want to focus on, not position, but group, is the linebackers. And you've got at the Will linebacker number 33, Colton Barlow, a junior. At the Mike linebacker number 25 is Malik Ross, a junior. And at the Sam linebacker is Nate Jackson, number 22, a senior, in a group that you have circled on your paper.
Well, I mean, Brad Higgins has done a great job with this group all spring into the summer, and I like to talk a lot about Barlow. Barlow's going to be the guy that's he climbed his way up the depth chart. He made gains in the offseason in the weight room, and he also did what he had to do in the film room. He took over a spot quickly. He rose to the top, and he's going to be one of the guys that's going to be a leader on this defense for the next 2 years.
Well, this would be a great time to ask you for your keys to the game, but guess what, Mo? We already did that, and we did it at the Big Biscuit. That's the best place to be in Broken Arrow. Let's turn it over to our Big Biscuit Blitz.
Hey Tiger fans, I'm Madison Dildine with AeroVision, and we're here at the Big Biscuit Broken Arrow, located at Lynn Lane in the BA Expressway, to bring you this week's edition of the Big Biscuit Blitz, where the AeroVision crew breaks down tonight's game in 60 seconds. Let's check it out.
Thank you, Madison. If you weren't sure where we were, look at the food. You can tell it's the Big Biscuit, and it's the Big Biscuit Blitz. Coach Mo Wallace, Dylan Rivera here, breaking things down for Game 1. Springdale Har-Ber Wildcats on the docket for this week. Coach Mo, what are the keys to the game?
The defense will be the key to the game. I think how well we play on defense, shutting down their receivers on the outside, making sure their quarterback doesn't get the easy read to their tight end. Also, how does our offensive line play counter into this game? Springing holes open for Corey Sango, Octavian, and protecting Jeremiah to get the ball to the playmakers. I think those are the keys to the game on a Friday night in Springdale.
Game 1 of the Travis Hill era should be exciting. I'm excited for this plate of pancakes in front of me. Let's dig in, Coach Mo.
I feel hot.
Love the hospitality at the Big Biscuit, and you got to go stop by. They've got a lot of great dishes there at Nashville Hot. I know that's your favorite.
Man,
Mo.
that Nashville Hot is where it's at. I mean, chicken and waffles is where it's at. I have my head sweating, you know.
So after tonight's game, you need a little reprieve. Head over to the Big Biscuit.
Yes.
We'll come right back with kickoff hopefully here in just a few minutes. It is senior night here at Springdale Har-Ber on the first night of the season. It's a little bit of backwards over here in Arkansas, but that's all right. So the festivities will continue on, and hopefully we'll have a football game momentarily. We'll take this commercial break and come right back live on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed Tender Bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Welcome back here to our ArrowVision broadcast from the Har-Ber Wildcats Stadium in Springdale, Arkansas. Broken Arrow getting ready to take on Springdale Har-Ber. And we are excited about a lot of things in this new season. It's a fresh, clean slate, a new head coach. And we've talked about some of those new faces already, but another one that we want to spotlight is in that slot receiver position. That's Payton Lang, and he may not just stay in that slot receiver position. You could put him just about anywhere,
You could put him anywhere on the field. I mean, he's a kid that came into Broken Arrow, one of Travis Hill's favorite kids he's ever coached. He's also a guy that's going to go out there and do everything in the weight room, do everything in school. Talking to, Yancey said he's probably one of the top 5 guys in the weight room. I mean, he's one of the hardest workers in the weight room, and that shows on the football field. Great route runner, great kid. Doesn't speak much, but, he's just one of those kids that, hey, if you got a daughter out there, I promise you this much, he's going to be one that you want her to bring home.
Well, he's a great player as well. 3 Division I offers, including Sacramento State, Western Illinois, and Akron. But maybe the most interesting thing about him in my conversation with him was that he's sort of what I guess you could call a YouTube athlete, because he said he got into the game by just watching YouTube highlights. And his family is a basketball family, but YouTube has given him the direction on where he's going in life.
Well, that's part of that generation. I mean, this is the generation that it's all about the Sports Center highlights. It's all about, the real quick clicks. Hey, throw it up to Jefferson over, from the Vikings. He's going to be a guy like that he probably watches, Wes Welker highlights. But, this generation loves those YouTube highlights, and they rather watch those than watch a full game sometimes.
Now, I did ask him if he was still watching highlights or if he was, who in particular was it, and he said now he watches a little bit more of the strategy of the game. And he's watching the ins and outs and trying to learn more. So the interest has changed over time, but it's still the same subject.
And it's important. You have to learn the game from the in and out. With Travis, it's all about how do you watch film. With Jay and with his receiving coaches, how do you dissect the defense? How do you look when you come out of the huddle? What do you look at? Is it a 2 high? Is it a 1 high? Can I catch a seam on a 1 high? Can I get in between the safeties on a 2 high look? I think that's what Jay's instilling in these guys right now.
Well, we've talked so much about these new faces, and I want to mention Jay Wilkinson, which we've already brought up multiple times here in this pregame, is a phenomenal offensive mind, and having him come back and join Travis Hill in this staff. He's the assistant head coach along with the offensive coordinator duties. And I think he has the chance to really open this offense up and really just mold it into the way that he wants it to be.
He has a lot of toys to play with, to tell you the truth, Dylan. We talked about that on our way up here. As a defensive guy, Travis Hill obviously is a defensive guy, and you want to hire somebody to bring in to take care of the offense. You want to hire somebody that you can go into your defensive room and not worry about what's going on in the other room, because he's going to take care of it. He's going to bring guys in that's going to coach well, that's going to be personable with the kids, and it's going to bring the best out of his athletes. But there's a lot lot of toys on that side, and you know, he's a guy that, you know, when it's Christmas time, he's opening it up. He's got Matthews. He has Tayshawn Jones-Wade. He has Octavian. He has Corey Sango, and obviously our quarterback, Jeremiah Satimba. So that's a lot of toys to play with on just that lineup right there.
That timer keeps getting lower and lower. We are getting closer and closer to kickoff. Still some more senior cheerleaders it looks like they're going through right now, so we'll still have a little bit longer on these senior night festivities at Springdale Har-Ber High School. But when we come back, we'll be just a little bit closer to kickoff.
There we go.
Start your day refreshed with a delicious breakfast sandwich deal from Quick Trip. Choose from classics like the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, the ham, egg, and cheese biscuit, or the melty bacon, egg, and cheese grilled cheese. And get ready to really wake up because it comes with
any small Red Bull of your choice, all for $5. Woo! Let's go! That's any breakfast sandwich plus a Red Bull for just $5. Yeah! 2T, more than a gas station.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Hey Tigers, get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
The sun is just starting to set over Springdale Har-Ber High School. There we are in that beautiful press box. It's a nice looking stadium out here. Great turf down on the field. Weather conditions tonight supposed to be very, very favorable, in the low 70s, maybe down into the high 60s by the end of the game. But no rain at least, right? That's a positive.
Hey, no rain. I mean, we've had one of those years where the rain has just been soaking us since the month of July. So I'm glad we have the great weather we have right now in northwest Arkansas.
It does seem to be raining bugs a little bit. There are little tiny gnats all over this field in the stands. The fans are waving things around, trying to get them away. And they're sticking to you. They come with you up into the press box, I'll tell you that much. I'm killing some right now. But looking forward to kickoff, looking forward to this game. The kickoff is just a few moments away. Cheerleaders still out here doing their senior night festivities. We're getting close. But one thing that I am looking forward to is the defensive backs, and we haven't even touched on those guys yet, but, I mean, you've got real superstars over there. Samaj Stanford and Bryson Brown make up your safeties, and we talked a little bit about BB, but then you've also got Noah Gillespie and Gaston Farrell and Messiah Owens as your cornerbacks, and there is some real talent in that room.
And you can pick your poison with those guys. I mean, out of those 5 guys, 3 of those guys are probably the top 10 athletes in the state of Oklahoma as far as where they're at. You know, obviously Samaj stands off. Samaj is the guy that just jumps off the paper. But I believe BB will move into safety from corner. Last year he played corner at another school. But him moving to safety, I like to see how he's going to act tonight and how much of a difference and how he sees the game from that vantage point.
That might be the longest anybody will ever go into a BA football broadcast and not yet say the name Samaj Stanford.
Yes.
He is a guy that you are going to circle
yes.
2 weeks before you kick off against BA
Mm-hmm.
because he is that substantial when he's out there on the field. He changes the complex of the game both on the offensive side of the ball and on the defensive side of the ball. He'll be wearing number 4 tonight, and he's a guy you want to look out for.
Well, he's a Swiss Army knife. I mean, he's going to be a guy that's going to punt return, kick return, return. He might even kick it. I mean, you know that movie Friday Night Lights. I mean, he runs the ball, he passes the ball, he kicks the ball. It doesn't matter. Samaj is that guy, and he's going to be the guy that's going to bring us hopefully to where we need to be, and that's that first Friday in December.
He's like what I used to do when I was a little kid playing the NCAA football games. I just turn all the stats up to 99 on one guy and just see what I can do with him.
Guy.
And that's what he's going to do tonight. He's got them all up maxed out. Well, the guys are lined up at the fence, and it feels like we're just moments away from the Tigers running out and getting warmed up and getting ready to go here for kickoff. We'll take a short break and come right back here live on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union. The only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go Yay!
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, parks improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Back here live on AeroVision, cameras spotted on Jeremiah Satimba, the quarterback for Broken Arrow, the guy who has been the leader for this Tiger squad for over a year now, and he is not only the leader with his actions on the field, but he has become a more vocal leader over time. And now a senior at that quarterback position, he's certainly fired up for this new season.
Well, he won the job fair and square, to tell you the truth. I mean, he's the guy that Travis and Jay feel confident in and leading this team to where we want to go, and that's 1-0. I mean, it's all about being 1-0 10 times. I mean, an old coach of mine used to always say you're guaranteed 10 heartbeats, and this is your first heartbeat, and this is his first game of his senior year. So Jeremiah has to show up to show out tonight.
Satimba in 2024 threw for 2,400 yards, 23 touchdowns. He had a completion percentage of 66.1%, threw 8 interceptions, 218.5 yards per game. But his goals this year are much higher, 3,500 yards, contention for Gatorade Player of the Year, and, of course, a state championship.
And, I mean, he's the guy. He's the leader. I mean, he's going to be the one that has to step into that huddle and tell everybody, hey, let's calm down. Let's go out here and take care of business. He's going to have to be the guy that leads this team to where we need to be. And, you know, a lot of people have to understand when it comes to Jeremiah, he's a guy that fills the room with a smile. He's a guy that everybody gravitates to, and you know I'm anxious to see what he's going to bring tonight. And his completion ratio, I mean, that right there, Dylan, tells you that he makes the right decisions.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he connects with those new weapons you've been talking about. A lot of guys that he's been able to practice with over just a few months rather than over years and years. So having to create that chemistry quickly, but I think it's a group that if he can find that chemistry with them, it's going to be a very, very dangerous quarterback-wide receiver combo.
Well, and I think he's been working with that. I mean, obviously social media, there's some other things that he posts on social media, and I think he's been working with those guys. Matter of fact, I know he's been working with those guys. And I think tonight we'll see that come to fruition with his timing and everything against this Har-Ber Ball Club.
Looks like everybody's just about set now. The Tigers up against that fence. They've been waiting. They've been like that. What is that? That Montana State coach or whatever he is. I can't remember what school he was at, but he talks about the Labrador on the chain on the first day of pheasant hunting season. That's the Tigers right now. They're on the chain. They're ready to go.
That's the Tigers.
They are riled up, and kickoff is not too far away. The bus is all lined up in the background there. The Tigers made the road trip here. It's not too bad, just under 2 hours to get to Springdale Har-Ber High School. And it should be a great contest tonight. The Tigers with their first game under Travis Hill, and it comes tonight.
And we've been waiting 9 months for this, Dylan, 8-9 months for this. And I think, you know, you go through spring ball, you go through off-season workouts, you go through spring ball, you go through summer camp, you go through all these team camps. You go through, obviously, fall camp that's just closed up last week with that scrimmage at Bixby, meaning, you know, the community's anxious. You know, we're anxious. We just want to see what these 25 Tigers have in store.
We've had so many conversations about new names, new faces, and one more that I want to point out in our pregame show here is Yancey McKnight, the head strength and conditioning coach now at Broken Arrow. And, boy, he has made a major difference on this team, and it's something that, believe it or not, is visible.
Well, he flipped the mindset in this program, and he came in and he did what he had to do. I mean, I told you a long time ago, and I've been telling you for a while, he's the guy that was an important hire for our district.
We will step aside here for just a moment as they do the Star-Spangled Banner at Springdale Har-Ber High School.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
And now, your Har-Ber, up first are going to be our alma maters. First off, from Broken Arrow. And moving right along, we're going to do our Har-Ber alma mater.
So here we go. The Tigers take the field. Road white uniforms, black pants, black helmet, and game one is just moments away. The coin toss set to happen at midfield. The Springdale Har-Ber Wildcats in their home Navy uniforms with white pants and white helmet. Madison Dildine headed down to that coin toss for us.
I'll be your referee. This is Robert Burris. He'll be your umpire tonight. You guys are captains for a reason. Act like captains. Take care of your teams. Make sure your teams behave tonight. All right? You don't do that for us. You're the visiting captain. You have a choice of heads or tails. Tails is his call. I'm going to toss the coin. It'll hit the ground. Tails is the call. And it is. His head. You have won the toss. I'm going to defer your option.
Team captains for tonight for Broken Arrow are Jeremiah Satimba, Caden Moody, Tristan Silva, and Nate Jackson. The Wildcats come out of their tunnel. Got a great facility out here in Northwest Arkansas, and they are under the direction of new leadership as well. Aaron Dannenauer takes over as head coach. He was hired on January 15th. He's a former TUO lineman. If you're from the Tulsa area, you might recognize that name. Originally from Bentonville, previously the OC at Bentonville, where they were state champs in 2013 and 14 and four-time runner-ups. Also played in the AFL for the San Jose SaberCats, and he is the third head coach in Springdale Har-Ber's history. So both sides of this field are facing a similar situation, a team with a new head coach trying to change the direction of where the program was headed.
Well, and I mean, that's a pretty impressive resume for a guy that's coming over here from Har-Ber. I mean, pretty good facilities over here. They got an indoor facility just to the right of us. Pretty nice stadium right here. I mean, you can bring the talent into a program like this, surrounded by, you know, the Fayettevilles, the Rogers, Arkansas, the Bentonvilles. So, I mean, anxious to see what it looks like for him coming up in the future. But tonight, I, you know, hope to God that, you know, the Broken Arrow Tigers can spoil his debut tonight.
So that electricity that I talked about coming all the way over here to Northwest Arkansas, are you starting to feel it a little bit,
Yeah,
Mo? I can feel it as they are taking the field for the first time.
There we go.
And Springdale Har-Ber will kick it away to the Tigers. Broken Arrow will take possession first, and we are just moments away from the 2025 season beginning.
And I like the fact that we got Octavian and Sango, the up backs right there, along with Samaj back there receiving the kick. So we'll see what Har-Ber does right here. I mean, if I'm Har-Ber, I mean, what do you do here, Dylan? Do you want to kick it to him?
I don't think I want to kick it at Samaj Stanford. I'll tell you that much.
Just let the fireworks begin. I talked about it on the way here. If you kick it to him, fireworks could begin. Looks like they're going to kick it off from the hash mark right here.
Ball's placed off to the right side. Number 14 jogging up to the football is Brody Roland Reynolds, and he kicks it out of bounds just beyond the 40-yard line of Broken Arrow territory. And so that will draw a flag on the opening kickoff of the season, and the Tigers take over on offense.
And usually when you kick it out of bounds right there, looks like they're going to spot it right at about the 38-yard line. So it looks like the Tigers on the 25 season will start at the 38-yard line heading in.
Starting lineup for BA on the offensive side. We mentioned the receivers. Samaj Stanford, number 4. Payton Lang, number 5. Zayn Matthews-Boudreau, number 18. Those three are all juniors. The starting quarterback, Jeremiah Satimba, a senior, wearing number 1. In the backfield, junior, number 0, Octavian Roberson. And the starting offensive line, left tackle, Caden Moody. Left guard, Sam Daring. Center, Kason Isham. Right guard, J.J. Brashears. 65 on the right tackle position is Tristan Silva. And Titan Hicks is the tight end. And we start off with a penalty on the Tigers side of things.
Yeah, it looks like Silva kind of had a little movement right there. Silva, looks like J.J. probably had a little movement right there. I mean, we just got to settle down right here, Dylan. I mean, it's the first play of the game, so just settle down. First game jitters. Let's get him out of the way right here.
First game jitters and certainly first snap jitters on that play. Satimba hands off to Roberson. He goes up the middle. A gain of just a few yards there.
And talking about the offensive line led by Levy Edcock and, Nick Gorman, I mean, this is the starting 5 that they look at right now. What's going to be the right combination going into this game is right now. I mean, Sam Daring, at center is Kason Isham. How's it going to look going into this game?
Hicks goes in motion, cuts back out to the left side. They're looking for a screen pass. Hands all over Stanford, but no penalty. And the ball goes incomplete. 3rd down and 12.
Okay, talking to some offensive guys earlier this week. I mean, Broken Arrow needs to find a way. Is it going to be the run game? Is it trying to get some short passes out there? A little quick game action? Try to dictate what Har-Ber's going to do on the defensive side of the football.
Two receivers to Satimba's left. Roberson in the backfield with him. Zayn Matthews-Boudreau to his right. Snap, dropping back to pass. Satimba has to escape some pressure. He's using his legs, and he's getting up into the secondary. Slides down for a first down, and the Tigers are already moving the chains.
And he's going to be a guy that's going to beat you with his legs all season long. I mean, he's a guy that's going to get back to pass. If he doesn't have anything there, he's going to make the right decision. He's learned over the years from good coaching in the past to make the decision to pull the ball down and run with the football.
First downs this season brought to you by Kitchen Tune-Up. Shotgun formation once again. Two receivers right, one to his left. Now Lang goes in motion. Three men with their hands in the dirt for Springdale Har-Ber. Another handoff to Roberson. He's got a blocker in front of him, trucking through a couple of defenders, keeping those legs churning, and 9 yards for Roberson on his second carry of the game.
And Dylan, that's a great job by Roberson, getting his hand right on the offensive lineman, helping him guide him through the way. Looks like that's going to be almost about a yard short of a first down, but they're light in the box, 3 down linemen, so they're light in the box, and we should have a good game when it comes to running the football tonight.
Kenan Teff on the tackle for the Wildcats. Second and short. Faking the handoff. Satimba's feeling the pressure immediately, and Zayn Matthews-Boudreau comes back and makes a great catch. What a play from Satimba.
And that's a great job by Satimba, avoiding the rush right there, buying time. And Zayn Matthews coming back to the football. We only need a few yards. We got the first down at about the 30-yard line heading in.
That's something that takes some time to learn. That's IQ from Zayn Matthews-Boudreau coming back to get that one.
They got to help his quarterback out.
Corey Sengo in the backfield now alongside Jeremiah Satimba. Satimba looks straight down the middle of the field. Completion and a good gain there. Might have gotten the first down. It's awfully close. And it looks like they will move the chains. That went to number 10, Kyron Myers.
Sophomore Kyron Myers making an impact so far in this game right now. Looks like they gave us the first down. So his first catch of the season goes for a first down for the Tigers.
So new set of downs. Nick Irvine in at tight end. Satimba fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Look at the legs go to work. He's down the boundary and brought out of bounds. And the tackle made by number 12 for Springdale Har-Ber.
And Dylan, I like that right there. You know, I mean, he sees pull action right there. Defensive end kind of crashed down. He's going to pull it, get around the end. That's something we haven't seen in the last few years from Jeremiah. That's usually a give, but right now I think Jay's going to give him the option of pulling that right there and taking it if he wants to.
Sion Wilson that made the tackle for Springdale Har-Ber. Handoff, Sengo gets blown up, but keeps his feet for just a moment and gains just enough to get that first down.
One thing about Sengo has balance. He has a great lower body. He could take a hit, and he's going to keep on moving. Great balance, like I said. So we'll see right here. We got a first down, first and goal for the Tigers.
The running back pairing of Octavian Roberson and Corey Sengo is a dangerous duo, and either one of them could go for a home run at any moment in time. Hand off to Sengo. He bounces this one out to the outside following Nick Irvine's block, and a good few yards falling forward and brought down at the 4.
Great patient running right there by Sengo. Sengo, you know, keeping it wide, stretching it out. Har-Ber tried to stretch him out, string him out, and finds a hole, finds a seam, gets upfield. Now we're about second down at the 5-yard line.
Irvine still out there at tight end. You've got Samaj Stanford and Payton Lang to your left and Zayn Matthews-Boudreau to the right, but they'll go up the middle with Sengo once again. Can he get there? He may be just short. And we've got conflicting calls. One on one side says he's down short. The other one says touchdown. We'll see what they decide.
So we got one official saying he's down at about the half-yard line, 1 yard, half-yard line. Another official say he's in. I think the official at the top is going to have the say-so, and they're going to put it at the 1 yard line, Dylan.
So they'll call Sengo short.
And I like what Jay's doing right here, Jay and his offensive staff. They're being patient. They're showing run game on the perimeter. They're showing run game inside the tackles, you know, throwing the football short, trying to get Jeremiah, you know, comfortable into the game and get this offense settled down.
Sango still in the backfield now. Payton Hicks in at tight end. Satimba under center, handoff. Sango met in the backfield, but his legs are still going, and finally brought down, stood up at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, what statement do you want to make right here? Ball at the 1 yard line. You're on the road. Looks like they're bringing Nick Irvine in to possibly kick it. No. We may be going for it, Dylan.
I think the Tigers will go for it. They've got both Payton Hicks and Nick Irvine out on the field. Going with a heavy set look.
Hey, I like it. Let's go. I mean, let's show the confidence. That's one thing that I talked about in the offseason is that this program has confidence.
Under center, Satimba pushing forward. QB sneak into the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. And they open up the Travis Hill era with a score on their first drive.
And that's just the confidence right there. I mean, that's something that this program has exuded since the 1st of January. These kids walk around, they have the confidence. Travis said go for it. They give the ball to their senior quarterback. Their senior quarterback goes in, makes a touchdown, and we start the year off the right way.
Boy, you talk about confidence. It's a 4th down, and you're going for it on the first possession, and Satimba gets there. Great rush up the middle, great help from the tight ends, giving him that extra little push. And now one of those tight ends lines up the PAT. It's Nick Irvine set to kick it away. Snap the hold, ball's up, and it's through. So it's 7-0. The Tigers in front here early against Springdale Har-Ber. And you're watching it live here on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Welcome back here to Springdale Har-Ber High School. The Tigers have a lead here in the first quarter, up 7-0, and set to kick it away to Springdale Har-Ber's offensive side of the ball. It'll be Irvine once again to put toe to leather. And a low little squib kick finds its way into one of the return man's hands. Decent return from that vantage point at least, and it's number 80 on the return, Jack Gilder.
Number 3, Jack Gardner on the tackle, former quarterback right there. One thing I liked about the last drive on that touchdown, Dylan, I mean, we showed what we can do in between the tackles, and that's out-muscle them in between the tackles. We show confidence in our offensive line on that 4th down right there, and I like what we see so far, and that's muscling up and getting after it up front.
Starting quarterback for Springdale Har-Ber is Bryce Owens, and if you watched the Springdale Har-Ber game last year, he did play in that game for a short period of time. Handoff on first down, goes for maybe 2 yards. Starting running back is number 9, Reed McAllister. Owens last year played the start of the 4th quarter, threw 8 passes, only completed 2, had 9 yards and 1 interception. But now with the full-time starter duties at Springdale Har-Ber, he may feel a little bit more comfortable in this one. Ball hits the turf, bounces right back up into his hands. He takes it with his legs forward and goes down at the 48-yard line.
Okay, look like they're bringing in a little bit of a nickel package right here, bringing off some linemen right here. Dylan brought in Hudson Lott, number 6.
Shotgun formation, 3rd and 5. Snap to Owens, rolling out to his left, firing away, pass complete and knocked out of bounds at about the 46-yard line, which will be a first down for Springdale Har-Ber.
And the quarterback just getting outside the pocket. They know that they need to get him outside the pocket to improve his vision, just getting into the flat route, getting the first down right there for Har-Ber.
Pass completed to Greer Graham. Jumping off sides, and it's Josie Sanders.
Okay, that's something that's going to get the defensive line coach very upset. Prentice Joseph, Darnell Whitaker could be very upset right there. I mean, you're right there in front of the football. You know, hold your water, be patient. You know, just understand that, hey, it's okay. Now we got 2nd and 5.
Owens the handoff. McAllister tries to run it up the gut, and he'll be met quickly for a gain of 1. Defensive starters for Broken Arrow. Bryson Brown, number 2, starts at strong safety. Free safety is number 4, Samaj Stanford. Linebackers we touched on earlier, number 33, Colton Barlow. Number 25, Malik Ross. And the Sam linebacker is number 22, Nate Jackson. Cornerbacks, number 1, Noah Gillespie. Number 21, Gaston Farrell. And number 23, Messiah Owens make it in as well. Handoff to McAllister, and once again, he's met quickly, and it's Josie Sanders coming up with a big hit.
Well, and I like the fact that Josie Sanders just made that play right there after jumping off sides on 1st down. Josie Sanders bringing the hammer right there on 3rd down, or on 2nd down, bringing up 3rd and about 5.
Starting defensive line includes number 99, John Brohl, the 2nd, and number 44, Jackson Ayers, number 50, Josie Sanders, and number 10, Gabe Manning. Owens looks to pass. Quick curl route is caught and picks up the yardage needed for a 1st down. Pass completed to number 5, Trayson Reith, tackled by Noah Gillespie.
Okay, they brought a little boundary pressure from Colton Barlow right there, hurrying up on offense right here.
Quick pace, and once again, they go right back to him. Ball's on the ground. Tigers may have fallen on it, and it will be BA football.
And that's what happens right there. I mean, you make the play, you get your blocks on the end, got to hold on to the football. He fumbled the football. Tigers got it, 1st down, going the other way. Start the season off on defense with a turnover.
It's Nate Jackson that comes up with the fumble recovery. I didn't see anybody force the fumble.
No.
I think he may have just lost that one as he was trying to make a move. And it's Nate Jackson, the former Metro Patriot, that comes up with the fumble recovery.
Yeah, and he got a quick game right there, had 2 blocks, and he just flat out lost the football right there, Dylan.
Speaking of blocks, Madison Dildine was listening in to the O-line's conversation.
Yeah, guys, a lot of things that are preached on this team are that the little things matter. Coach Levy Adcock was saying, hey, good job, we just can't play behind the chains. It's going to make this game a lot harder than it needs to be. He said we're going to get better as the game goes on. Guys.
Thank you, Madison. Handoff to Roberson. He bounces it out to the left side, and it looks like he just lost his footing as he got maybe a half-yard gain.
And that's correct what Madison was saying, Levy was talking about, and that's what football boils down to. It's the simple things. It's the little things in football. You know, you have to take care of the fundamentals. You know, if you want to be a championship program, it's the little things that matter, and we will get better with this offensive line and running the football as the game goes along.
4:30 left on the 1st quarter clock. Satimba takes the snap. Quick screen pass to Roberson, and he's blown up in the backfield. Tackle made by Sion Wilson.
Okay, Titan Hicks got to make a better block right there, Dylan. I mean, he's right there. He's got to put hat on the pad right there. I mean, you want to get the ball out to your guy, Octavian, in the flats. He sees him. He's got to make a block. He's got to get his butt out there. And now we're looking at 3rd down behind change right now, 3rd down about 13.
Long 3rd down. Jones Wade, Stanford, and it looks like Lang out there as the wide receivers. A little bit of a collision downfield. Lang's open, a diving catch, and what a grab from Payton Lang.
And Payton Lang's going to give that to you. He's got us going to make that play right there. Coming across, Jeremiah's buying time. He sees the guy, let the guy let the play develop as we see her on the replay. Reverse out, letting the play develop, waiting for his guy to come across field, and that's 1st down for the Tigers.
Jeremiah Satimba using his legs to pick up 10 yards, and I think they may just move the chains again. And it will be a fresh set of downs for the Tigers. 1st downs brought to you by Kitchen Tune-Up.
I like what I see right here. Not a run and shoot, what they call, tempo. It's kind of like a little mellow tempo right now.
Corey Sango in at the running back position. And some movement up front. Looks like it was Sam Daring caught off guard.
I like the leadership right there by Jeremiah going right up to the young guy, making his first varsity start tonight. Sam Daring, great kid. Levy Adcock has talked so highly of the guy all offseason. He's a kid that's made great strides this offseason, and Jeremiah going up to him and telling him it's okay, we'll get it back for him.
Well, if you listened into that 100 yards video in our pregame or on social media, Coach Hill is high on this offensive line. They've got some room to improve, but he thinks they can be one of the strengths of this team. And a run right behind those offensive linemen gets Sengo a couple of yards. And Daring's helmet comes off, so Devin Smith will come onto the field. And, boy, that's a guy that you want to circle if you are a scout, if you are really anybody who loves football and seeing guys get moved.
And I didn't think we're going to call his name early, but that's the freshman Devin Smith. I mean, he's a kid that came in from another spot out here in Tulsa, so we'll see what he has going on right here.
Big 7'4" at the left guard position right now. Satimba looks Jones-Wade's way, and it falls incomplete.
And it looks like they're going to probably keep Devin in for another play.
There has been some movement up front on the offensive line. I saw Smith come in for a play when they were in the red zone on their touchdown scoring possession.
Yeah. That's pretty much your heavy package right there. I mean, you want to bring an extra offensive lineman or a tight end in, and that's how you get enough beef up front to get a touchdown like they did in that first quarter.
Tight formation here. 3rd and 12. Satimba back to pass, looking at Zayn Matthews-Boudreau, and he's got it. Huge first down for the Tigers.
I mean, pick your poison right now. We either run the football great or we're going to pass the football great. I mean, Zayn on a great play right there. Great route, little corner route, sticking it, getting vertical. Corner route. Jeremiah looking for him, waiting patiently, gets the catch. First down, Tigers.
Pitch to Sengo. He goes up the left side and brought down about 9.5, maybe 10 yards out. And a good run from Sengo there on first down.
Dylan, I like the flow of this offense right now. I mean, looks like Jay's getting into a groove here. I mean, we're not going to sit up there and just, like I said, rush the football. We're, making a nice little tempo right here, taking our time, calling the play, dissecting the defense, being patient.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Another handoff to Sengo, and this time there's 2 Wildcats in the backfield, and very quickly Sengo is taken down to the turf. It's number 44 and number 49 for the Wildcats on defense. That's Siler Moore, number 44, and number 49 is Will White.
Yeah, and they're bringing pressure from both ends right there, and just gobbled them up for a loss. But that's something I know Levy and Jay will work out with the offensive line of making those calls in protection.
3rd and 5. The snap, the handoff. This is Roberson. Roberson's bouncing off of different pads, and he's brought down in the backfield. And once again, the Wildcats blow up another run play.
Okay, they just had great penetration right there. I mean, they knew the ball was going to Octavian. Looks like we're bringing up a 4th down. We'll see what the decision is here. Looks like it's going to be 4th and about 10 as his momentum was stopped, and they gave him forward progress. So here it is right here, 4th and 10.
Shotgun formation, offense still out on the field. Tried the hard count, see if they could get the Wildcats to jump. And a flag down.
Could have a legal procedure. Yep.
False start against the Tigers, and that'll back BA up even more.
I mean, you're still in a position of where, I mean, it's look like it's going to be 4th down and about 15 right now. As the clock starts with 17 seconds, you're probably going to go into the second quarter. Let this clock melt down.
Just under 10 seconds now. Satimba will take the snap, and they will look to throw it. Satimba's going far and toward the goal line, but he doesn't have a man down there. He was looking for Samaj Stanford. Incomplete pass, and that rounds out quarter number 1. The Tigers with a 1-touchdown lead here live on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Hey, Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union. The only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go Yay!
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, parks improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Straight back into the action, and it's a handoff brought down hard by Gaston Farrell. The run on the left side was number 9, Reed McAllister, and we are quickly underway here in the second quarter. It is a 2nd and 5 now, and of course that Pride of Broken Arrow, they're playing it loud and proud, aren't they?
You and I both know about the Pride of Broken Arrow, Dylan.
Quarterback keeps it himself. Bryce Owens into the secondary, getting past plenty of tacklers and brought down way out in the outfield by number 2, Bryson Brown, and he is coming up holding something.
Looks like I got a timeout on the field.
It may be a wrist or a shoulder here. It looks like it might be the wrist.
Okay, on that replay, Dylan, I mean, he just pulled the ball right there, quarterback run game. Something we'll have to, that I know Brad and Crave will make an adjustment to. Defensive lineman just crashing down. Which got to make the right reads and take care of that quarterback run game.
So it'll be a fresh set of downs. Bryce Owens with a big pickup on the ground. He's 2 for 2 through the air, 18 yards so far. We'll see if they can slow down the rushing attack now of Springdale Har-Ber, as they have gotten off a couple of good ones already here on this drive, and now inching closer into their enemy's territory.
Well, looks like Har-Ber's going to condense the set right here, Dylan. We got Gillespie at corner here at the bottom side. Looks like BB's going to be the bottom side safety over here with Gabe Manny at the Tiger end.
Owens again looks to keep it. He's going to have to change directions and go to the left. And a great tackle coming up from the secondary. Who else but Samaj Stanford?
And that's what happens whenever your defensive line gets sucked in. He reverses the field. You got to have a guy that's backside, and that's what Samaj Stanford did on this replay. You're going to see him come downhill and force. Going to see him come downhill and make the play.
One thing we've heard a lot about is Samaj Stanford's IQ and the way that he knows exactly where the quarterback will be going with the football. And on this play, he met him right near the line of scrimmage, and once again getting met near the line of scrimmage, as the Tigers may be slowing down this rush attack, at least for now. It is Reed McAllister on the short carry, and it was 99 on the tackle. That is John Brohl II.
And that's what it's about, Dylan. I mean, I think we got two guys that are great co-defensive coordinators. They're going to make their adjustments. They're going to sit there and see what Har-Ber's going to do. Might get a couple big plays here, a couple big plays there. But I think if you're in a bend but don't break defense, you'll be fine and just make the play.
Pistol formation. Owens rolling right, looking for a man downfield, and nearly picked off. It falls incomplete, but a great play by Noah Gillespie.
And he comes out of nowhere. I don't think the quarterback's seen him. He's booting out to his right. Obviously, you got Colton Barlow right over there. He doesn't have anybody into the flat, so he's going to knife and make a play on the quarterback, rush his throw a little bit. And you got Gillespie coming downhill, ready to make a play.
And now 4th down and 9 for the Wildcats. And they're faced with a similar decision that BA was just having to deal with. And they, too, will go for it. It looked like maybe Sanders jumped, but they won't flag him for it. Owen steps up, gets the pass completed, and the helmet came off, so they'll blow the play dead there.
So if they blow the play dead right there, that's probably going to be a turnover on downs if that's going to be where the ball's spotted at, Dylan.
The official on the far side is saying it was down at the 25-yard line. That's where the helmet came off, which would be a yard short.
That should be first down going the other way. Unless they're going to call something.
Tigers are trotting toward the sidelines, and it looks like the offensive line and the offensive group for BA is having their quick huddle before going out on the field. Aaron Dannenauer unhappy with the call, but it is the rules and it's how it goes, so it is a first down for BA.
Hey, and that's turnover on downs right there. That's what you mark up on the defensive playbook right there, Dylan. So I like that. Great job by our guys. Ben Bedeau break. A couple plays broke here from their quarterback. First down going the other way to our offense.
Ball on the 25-yard line. Satimba and Sengo in the backfield with Nick Irvine at tight end. Quick screen, Payton Lang, and he's got some burners on him. He picks up 9 yards on the pass completion.
One thing I love about that play right there, Dylan, is you got Samaj on the backside, and you're going to see on this replay, he's going to block that corner. He's going to spring Payton Lang open for a first down or for a first down big play.
Faking the handoff to Sengo, looking deep. He's got a man downfield, and it falls incomplete. Looking for Samaj Stanford down that right boundary.
Okay, on second down right there, you take that shot. You got 2nd and 1. We got a flag on the play.
A little bit of laundry, and it goes against the Tigers.
Looks like you got a legal man downfield.
So that should back the Tigers up a little bit.
Yep.
Unless we'll back them up. So 3rd and 6 is the place for BA.
No, I think they'll repeat the down right here. At least what the down marker says. Looks like I'm going to repeat the down. Moving back 5 yards. But I like the aggressive play call right there. It was 2nd and 1, so why not take a shot?
Looks like the official's still trying to figure things out here.
So it looks like they're probably resetting the play clock.
The down marker on the field says 2nd. The board says 3rd. I think we will go with what's on the field, so 2nd and 6. High snap, Satimba handles it, and he gives it off to Sengo, and a hard run up the gut and a pickup of just enough yardage to get the first down.
He's the type of kid that needs a little bit of daylight given up by his offensive line, and he's going to try to hit a home run on you. As you see on this replay, handoff to number 7, Sengo. Finds a little seam, and he's one of the strongest running backs in the state of Oklahoma. And brings up a first down for the Tigers.
I was just about to say, what you've got to like about Sengo if you're a Tigers fan is that he runs hard.
Yes.
He runs angry. He is going to come through you, and he's going to do it at a full head of steam.
He has a purpose, and that purpose is to try to get in the end zone.
Tayshawn Jones-Wade sprinting off the field. So 2 receivers to the left, and it's Lang in the backfield. And the play is whistled dead. Went for a Wildcat formation with Payton Lang, and we did hear about some wrinkles in the offense like that. Payton Lang did play quarterback at Muskogee, and he decided to make the switch over to wide receiver, said he just kind of lost the love for playing quarterback, but he was in that position until sophomore year.
It looks like we had a false start right there on that first down play. It brings us back about 10 yards. Brings up 1st and long for him, Dylan.
1st and very long. It's listed as a 1st and 17 for BA. So Timba takes the snap, reading the defense, rolling out right, firing out of play. And that's something that, Coach, you and I had talked about when we watched a lot of film from last year, is you'd like to see Satimba throw the ball away in some tough situations a little more. He had a tendency last season to kind of hold on to it and try to create the hero play, and sometimes that got him in trouble.
Well, it got him in trouble. I think this year he's learned from his mistakes from the past, obviously, and he just made the right decision there. Everything was blanket. It was blanketed coverage on all his receivers, so he just made the great decision. Let the play another down. Don't force it. 2nd and long.
2 receivers left, 1 to his right. And he'll take it himself, going up the middle, making a couple of defenders miss. And he ran into his own offensive lineman. There's Case and Isham in front of him, but still a great gain. And now a 3rd and manageable.
I like the play call, Dylan. I mean, you go back, it's a quarterback draw. I mean, if Case and Isham just keeps going down the field, he's going to lead Jeremiah to probably another 1st down. But right now, you got 3rd and short, a 3rd 5, 3rd and 6.
Looks like a 3rd and 6. Satimba in the shotgun. 5 men coming after him, and a great catch from Samaj Stanford, and a huge pickup, and the Tigers get a kitchen tune-up 1st down. Satimba's helmet came off in the backfield, so they will have to change around the quarterback situation for this play. And this may be interesting because you get to see who gets the next snap at quarterback, and it may just be Payton Hicks.
Well, it could either be Payton, it could be
or actually
Payton.
Right now it's number 15, Preston Carter, jogging out on the pitch.
Okay, because Octavian came in for Sango, and that looks like they bring Preston Carter in, who is the number 2 listed quarterback.
That's one thing that will be interesting to watch, is these kind of snaps, these kind of minutes, is if Satimba gets hurt or anything like that, God forbid, but who gets the next snap at quarterback? You've got Preston Carter listed 2nd on the depth chart. You've got Payton Hicks, who's an experienced quarterback. You've got Peyton Lang, who's an experienced quarterback. So many different options, so many different ways you can go.
I mean, like I said, once again, it's toys. I mean, it's like Christmas every day for Jay Wilkinson in this offense. It doesn't matter. You call a timeout right here. It looks like, if it's a timeout, looks like Jeremiah will be able to come back in. So, like to see what we got dialed up here on this 1st down.
We'll take a very short commercial break and come right back here live on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Shotgun formation. It's Peyton Lang that takes the snap, and he'll keep it himself. And running up the field, he lost the football. And the fumble looks like it's been recovered by Springdale Har-Ber.
And he just right there, I mean, it was a quarterback keeper to the perimeter. Held on to the ball, or didn't hold on to the ball as tight as enough, what we see on this replay. Kind of slips a little bit. Hey, that's just a peanut. Good strip by the defensive back right there. Coming in, punching at the football. And that's a great defensive play by Har-Ber. Now our defense has to step up and preserve a shutout right here in the 1st half.
Turnover count is now even, 1-1. Both teams have fumbled the football. It'll be interesting to see how Springdale Har-Ber responds. Down 7, 7:23 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Bryce Owens going to try to keep it himself, and that designed run will get him about 6.
It looks like that's what they're going to do right there. Looks like Josie Sanders was on the tackle right there. I mean, looks like the quarterback is their guy that's going to run the football, where he's going to be the guy to throw the football. He's going to be the guy to run the football. So everything's going to go around him right now. So we'll see about Malik making a big play there in the middle if it's a quarterback keeper up the middle. Barlow or Nate making the play on the outside, knifing if he wants to boot it out.
Owens with an empty set. Looks left, pass complete, and brought down just beyond the marker. A first down for the Wildcats, and it's Jack Gilder on the catch.
Okay, great play call right there. I mean, we were playing off. We bailed on a little coverage right there, and you're going to get it underneath. Brings up first down right here close to midfield for Har-Ber.
Gaston Farrell making that tackle. Fresh set of downs for Springdale Har-Ber. 3 receivers right, 1 to his left. Now that left one goes in motion. Screen pass to him. Bobbled. Dodging one tackler and into the secondary. Brought down about 10 yards downfield by Samaj Stanford.
Okay, you got Gillespie right here forcing the matter. I mean, I like the aggressiveness by him once he sees the ball come downhill. We always talk about the ball bring you downhill. Quarterback shoulders flat, taking the ball to the outside. Big play.
Bunch formation to his left. Owens keeps it and brought down very well by Colton Barlow.
And that's what you're going to get out of Colton Barlow right there, a guy that's going to be a sure tackler all night long.
2nd and 9. Wildcats have shown some stuff here on offense. They are not going to let the Tigers break away easily here tonight. A handoff, and in the backfield, it's blown up. Big number 95, Reed Watkins making the tackle.
Reed Watkins hitting home runs like he does in baseball with a big play right there. Coming in from the backside tackle position right there. Make a play. Colton Barlow on the front end. Great play by our defense.
So now the play call being signaled over to Bryce Owens. 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats. Tigers have looked strong defensively on these last 2 plays. They're going to want to close things out here on this 3rd and 10. Owens fakes the pass, hands off to McAllister. And the draw play picks up 2. Tackle made by Malik Ross. And it's now a 4th down, and it looks like the punt unit will come out for the Wildcats. The punt unit may look quite a bit like the regular unit, as
Yes.
Bryce Owens is the punter as well.
Well, yeah, and that's something that we've seen in pregame, and I was telling you, Dylan, that I've seen him and the other quarterback punting the football. That's something they did show against Union right here in their little scrimmage last week.
So a quick boot out to the right side. And they will down him at the 27-yard line. So a fresh set of downs for the Tigers and a chance to expand their lead going into the halftime break.
Well, I think Har-Ber got the memo. Keep it away from number 4. Opening kickoff, you keep it away from number 4. Quick kick punt right here, you keep it away from number 4. Obviously, he's going to be a guy that's going to, looking at a lot of scouting reports coming into the future, keep it away from number 4.
Clock has continued to run here in between these possessions. And they've stopped it now at 3:46, but it probably went out of bounds close to 4:08. It looks like the officials trying to get the game clock fixed. They also did move the ball from the 27-yard line to the 30. 4:16 on the clock now. And it looks like we are set to go. Corey Sango in the backfield with Jeremiah Satimba. The snap, the handoff, and immediately a whistle.
Well, we've had a lot of issues with the stoppage and play today.
Trying to figure things out with the clock, and it looked like that time maybe trying to figure things out with the sideline. But all square now. They'll still hand it off to Sango, and Sango will pick up some good yardage here. Spun down, and a gain of 8.
I like what I see. I mean, a little move by Sango right there up front, getting upfield. Burst of energy. I mean, he's just, like I said, he's just the type of guy. He's going to be a cannon coming out the chute right there. So brings up 2nd down, looks like 2.
Sango's rushed the ball 8 times for 32 yards now. Pass quickly to Samaj Stanford. A tough stiff arm and a great gain for the junior wideout.
I mean, Samaj is just bringing a hammer with that stiff arm right there. I mean, that's going to be a highlight reel. Great.
Samaj is a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Great play call right there. Get the first down. And no, that's not a face mask. That is just a typical stiff arm for their offense.
Lang and Matthews Boudreau to his right. Samaj Stanford to his left. Satimba will roll right. He's got plenty of time. Fires a long ball. Matthews Boudreau all by himself. And he's brought down. No, he dodges a tackle and dives in. Touchdown, Zayn Matthews Boudreau.
I love it. Great play on that right there. It looks like Jeremiah was looking for Samaj here on the bottom end. Doesn't have Samaj. They pushed him out of bounds. Goes back on this replay, as you see. Goes back, sees up top. Zayn Matthews Boudreau. Long play touchdown. Sweet light shortcake right there.
I thought he was going down right there at that 5-yard line. It looked like number 12, Sion Wilson, would come in and make that tackle. And Zayn Matthews Boudreau hit the brakes, slid right by him, and dove into the end zone for 6. And the Tigers are on the scoreboard once again with Nick Irvine lining up the PAT. It's 14-0 now in the Tigers' season opener, and that is something that you love to hear if you are a PA fan.
And I love to see Jeremiah improvise right there. Like I said, he has Samaj at the bottom. Samaj gets a little jammed up at the line of scrimmage. He goes around, sees his guy, Zayn Matthews Boudreau, at the top. He's wide open, makes a beautiful pass, touchdown Tigers.
We'll take a quick break and come right back here live on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
It's time to update your kitchen just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
3:29 left to go until halftime. A 53-yard touchdown connection from Jeremiah Satimba to Zayn Matthews Boudreau, and he is one of the speediest players we will see not only on the Tigers roster but on any roster this year, and he showed it there as he turned it upfield and was able to find the end zone.
And I love it right there. Like I said, I mean, he was wide open and got speed as we're about to kick the football off here with 3:29 left in the second.
This time Irvine gets under it. The return man is number 82. That's Pocious.
You know, and dealing plays like that on offense, big plays like that, allows you to start to settle in on new play calling. You know, Jeremiah is a senior. He hasn't heard the verbiage, or in a game type situation, he hasn't heard the verbiage from Jay. This is the time for him just to be an athlete, what he's learned over the last few years, and just be him. You know, so it's allowing our offense to settle in, to make the plays that we make the plays, because we're going to be a team that's going to be a very explosive team when it comes to making plays on a Friday night.
So now it's the Wildcats on offense. Owens the handoff. And a short gain for McAllister, brought down by number 13 for the Tigers.
No, I think that was 33. I think that was Colton Barlow. He's our will linebacker on the top end.
Colton Barlow made the tackle, excuse me.
Like we're at a too high safety look right here.
Owens takes the snap, immediately looks left, finds his man, and a huge tackle on that far side from John Brohl II. And another short gain. Wildcats moving ever so close to that first down marker, but it is 3rd and 2.
And they tried to set up a tunnel screen, and what you want to do on a tunnel screen as a defense, you know, if it's too easy for your linemen to get through, you got to see where the ball's going. John Brohl II did a great job getting off his block, getting downhill, and forcing that play for a short gain.
Trayson Reith on the reception. A lot of noise from that far sideline here on this 3rd and short. They'll hand it off to McAllister. He's met in the gap, and he'll be pushed backwards. They may give him the yardage for a first down, but the Tigers really blew that one up.
Man, that was a very generous spot. You know, one thing that I can say about this defense, it's all about the run fits. Looks like Malik did a great job of fitting like a jigsaw puzzle, making the stop. They're going to give him the first down, though.
That's one thing that you mentioned with Malik Ross before this season started, is how much you liked the way he plays in run defense.
Yes, I mean, he comes downhill. He's a natural middle linebacker. He's a kid that just has that instinct. He has great IQ, and he's a good kid.
Handoff. This is a different running back than we've seen so far. Brought down by Samaj Stanford. The running back there was number 30, Aaron Wilson.
And he breaks the tackle right there for a 2-yard gain, but he gets another 3 yards for a 5-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 5.
Quickly, the Wildcats get into their formation. Once again, it's Aaron Wilson, but this time, Nate Jackson's there to meet him.
What a play by Nate Jackson, forcing the issue, coming downhill on the quarterback run game and pressuring him to go to a no gain, brings up 3rd and about 6 right here.
We're excited about what Nate Jackson will bring to the Tigers this season. The linebackers, we focused in on them in the pregame, but having talked about all 3 of them in just this last couple of minutes, it proves how vital they are to the health of this defense.
And that's the catalyst of this defense. I think Brad Higgins is a great coach, and he's going to make sure these guys are going to lead this defense.
3rd and 5. Owens drops back. Now he rushes forward. Barlow's there to meet him, and this time he will be short of the marker. It's going to be a 4th and 2 and a tough hit from Colton Barlow.
And that's great discipline by our linebackers. A tough hit by Colton Barlow, Malik Ross with the cleanup right there. So in this series right here, Dylan, as you see on this replay, our linebackers have done a great job of staying disciplined, keeping their run integrity, and making the play right here. Looks like Har-Ber's going to try to go for it. Thinking about it.
Time's ticking away, so they may just let this go as the game clock reaches all zeros, and we will go into the second half now. Coach Hill shouting at some of the coaching staff and the players. Looks like he is fired up and has something on his mind as they go into the halftime break, and that sounds just about right for Coach Hill.
Yes, it does. I mean, that is Coach Hill to the T right there. Great job by our defense on our last series, Dylan. I mean, going into halftime, you know, Har-Ber wanted to get some points on the board, but we stuffed them, and we're going into halftime with a 14-0 lead.
That's something that you're certainly pleased to see if you're a Tiger fan. 2 touchdowns in front. Broken Arrow has a lead as we step aside for our halftime show. Plenty of really cool videos that we have put together as an AeroVision team, including our students, and we'll come back and update you on some of the schedule, some of the scores around the state, and all things Broken Arrow Tiger first half. So keep it right here on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic. Each new school year brings more than a fresh start. It brings opportunity to shape lives, to build trust, and to make an impact that lasts far beyond the classroom. Here in Broken Arrow, we know that education isn't just what happens in textbooks or test scores. It's found in the moments, the conversations, the breakthroughs, the quiet support that helps a student keep going. Whether you drive a bus, teach a lesson, prepare a meal, coach a team, or keep our schools running, you are part of something bigger.
When the morning breaks, we won't hesitate. It's the first day, it's the first page. Our story starts here. Our story starts here. Our story
students find their voice in music, on the field, through leadership, service, and innovation. They challenge themselves, chase big ideas, and discover what they're truly capable of. And they don't do it alone. You help create the conditions where students feel safe, supported, and seen. That's where real learning begins, and our families know it. Remember, we passed the 2023 bond issue with 80% support from our community, which means they believe in what you are doing. We're not just working in a school system. We're building a future together. And in today's world, that matters more than ever. This year, we have a chance to change the story being told about public education, to shift the conversation from doubt to belief, from frustration to pride, to remind our communities and ourselves of the power we hold when we show up with purpose.
Let's make our story visible. Let's highlight our everyday wins. Let's celebrate our quiet heroes, our small victories, and our big breakthroughs. Let's do a great job of telling our story of what's really happening in our schools each and every day.
It's the first day. Yeah, it's the first page. Our story starts here.
Because when we share our story, we elevate our mission. We remind others and ourselves why this work matters, and we invite everyone to be a part of it. This is our year to lead with passion, to build with purpose, to share with pride the real story of public education in Broken Arrow. This is our story, one of tradition and transformation, of pride and progress, of excellence and heart. And now, we invite you to help us tell it. Let's tell it well.
And always remember, in Broken Arrow, the best is yet to come.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, parks improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey BA Tiger fans, now's the time to show your school spirit. Support your favorite school with the Broken Arrow School Pride debit card from TTCU Federal Credit Union. The only card that gives back to Broken Arrow every time you use it.
Since the program began, TTCU has donated over $350,000 to Broken Arrow Public Schools. That's a lot of support from fans just like you.
Whether you're a student, parent, or proud Tiger fan, your everyday purchases can make a difference.
With TTCU, you're not just banking, you're backing your school and local community. Join the thousands of TTCU members who are already using the Broken Arrow card.
It's super simple. Use your BA card and TTCU donates.
Thank you, TTCU, and thank you, Tiger fans. Support our school with every purchase. Go, yay!
Where do I see myself?
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 Where do I see myself in 10 years? I see myself hopefully out of college, graduated with a career, at least like a start of a career, and hopefully buying a house.
Where do I see myself in the next 10 years? I see myself married with kids.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? In 10 years, hopefully I've graduated college and, well, I'll be 27. Maybe married with a kid, but definitely graduated college.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? By 27, I'm hoping to be flying for the airlines, hopefully Delta or Southwest.
In the next 10 years, I see myself out of dental school and married and hopefully one kid maybe.
I see myself in the next 10 years being a millionaire.
I see myself married with 4 kids as a radiologist. Where I see myself in the next 10 years is somewhere living happy. In 10 years, I hope I'm traveling the world and maybe have a couple kids or so.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? I see myself acting in movies and living in New York City.
Where I see myself in 10 years is having my dream job in my family.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? I see myself working as a PA and traveling the world with my husband.
Where I see myself in 10 years? Hopefully out of college and being an ESPN journalist.
In 10 years, I see myself working as an airline pilot, being married, and traveling the world.
In the next 10 years, I see myself getting a degree at Savannah College of Art and Design and continuing to be a tattoo artist.
The next 10 years, I see myself living in California, doing my dream job, being a registered nurse.
In the next 10 years, I see myself as a pediatric nurse.
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Hopefully graduated college with steady career and hopefully a family.
Next 10 years, I see myself with a family.
In 10 years, I see myself pursuing my career and starting a family. How long is 10 years from now? 28?
27, 28, yeah.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
What's up, Tigers? I'm Lizzie Connor.
I'm Jackie Martinez.
And we're here at Aloha Bash to ask the people of BHS some questions to kick off the school year. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right, let's get to it.
Who am I here with right now?
Lemon!
Draco! What are you guys most looking forward to right now at Aloha Bash? The slip and slide. They're gonna go down the slide.
I had to take a quick intermission and get a snow cone, so just give me a minute, guys.
So what is y'all's favorite part about this whole place?
Probably this slide right here. Slip and slide. The slip and slide.
Well, do you guys want to go over there?
Yes.
Right. Come on. That one? They want to do this one, guys. Let's do this one. Jules is in first. Jules?
Hey! No!
That was like a stunt.
10 out of 10.
What is one piece of advice you'd give to anybody that is just starting high school?
Wear goggles when you go in the bubbles.
I got a question. Why do you not play basketball?
I see my companion in the crowd, and I don't know where she went, so it's just me now.
How are you liking the bubble pin?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Who's winning right now?
Us. What has been the most intense moment of this game?
That right there.
That went out.
But it's intense. Does she know what intense means? Do you know what intense means?
Do you know what intense means?
Watch this, watch, you're about to see.
I can't see. If you were to get a snow cone right now, what flavor would you get? Pink lemonade!
Tigers won!
Yeah, Tigers won! Break it down? Break it down! All right, Tigers, thank you so much for tuning in. We have had a great time at the Aloha Bash.
GMBA, we'll see you soon, so keep an eye out.
AirVision out!
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Hi teachers, it's that time of year again. I'm Charla Lane, the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation president, and this is Leslie Purcell, our grant chair, and we're here with an important annual reminder.
The Broken Arrow Public School Foundation's teacher grant application is now open, and we're ready to help bring your creative classroom ideas to life.
If you've got an innovative lesson plan, a project that needs equipment, or an out-of-the-box learning experience that kids will never forget, this is your chance.
Last year, we funded 47 projects across the district, and we're excited to support even more this year.
Visit bapsfoundation.org to learn more about the grant guidelines and submit your application. But don't wait. The deadline is Monday, October 20th. Thank you for always striving to give our students the best education possible.
Know that the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation is here to encourage you in that mission.
In 1989, the First National Bank of Broken Arrow established the first Achievement Scholarship Award to help graduating seniors who they or their parents were bank customers to help with the cost of a college education. And since that time, we've paid out more than $300,000 in scholarships to 40 students.
I am going to TCC for dental hygiene, and in total, TCC is quoting about $30,000 for that program. So this scholarship will provide me with almost a third of my entire cost for school, which is really, really generous. It's relieving to know that I won't have to worry about such a huge portion of the education. A scholarship like this will absolutely change my life, because being a hygienist, you have the liberty of being very flexible with your schedule, and so that gives me the opportunity to be a mom and all of that stuff, but it also just gives me time to stay active within the community and maybe do stuff with First National Bank, volunteer with Broken Arrow Neighbors or volunteer with charities and stuff like that. It's just having that profession be available to me is just really exciting.
The bank provides the scholarship in order to provide financial support to students who face rising costs of a college education. This is just one way that the bank chooses to give back to the community, as well as customers and their children who are graduating seniors.
When we walk in with all these books for all the second graders, it is so fun to see them light up. We forget sometimes how much kids really do like books, but they really do, and to know that they get to take them home and they're all theirs makes it all worth it. This year we ordered over 5,600 books for our students, and we're putting 4 books in every second grader's hands. They get to take them home, they're theirs forever.
Welcome back to Tiger Football. I'm Madison Dildine, joined by head coach. Coach, what have you liked so far, and where would you like to see improvement?
Yeah, you know, obviously I like the score. We like for it to be a 3-possession game. Feel like it should be. What we need to do better is just slow down and relax. You can tell it's the first game. I hate going through this, and the reason why it's stressful on our behalf, but we're not going to get better in practice. We got to get better in games now. So we need a great, game environment. Har-Ber has given that to us. Great game environment tonight with a lot of resistance. So, we can slow down and relax and not make the mistakes we made the first half, then I got a feeling we can hopefully take control of this football game.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madison. Thank you, Coach Hill.
And Coach Mo, one thing that he said there that I agree with and we brought up earlier is that Springdale's not going to lay down and give it to you. They have really brought the challenge to the Tigers and made this a tough contest, even though it is a 2-score ball game.
Yeah, and he wants a 3-score ball game, and I understand on that. You know, I mean, it's their senior night. The first game of the seniors, their senior night. But also, he's also right in the fact of, you know, during scrimmage season, you have scrimmages to build depth, to find where the depth is, to find where your holes are. But they're not game time reps. Now you have a game time reps, and that's how you get better not only as a team, but now this coaching staff coming together, they get better on their communication and how they can fill each other out.
Had to dump out of our halftime show there a little early as Coach Hill had come out of the locker room, was ready to go. But a couple of things we want to plug. Our Uncaged show on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. at Buffalo Wild Wings. We feature one of our athletic programs every single week, and sometimes we flip over to the other side of the coin and do the fine arts programs there at Buffalo Wild Wings as well for the It's Fine podcast. But next week is our very first show. September 3rd, we will be featuring the volleyball program, and you won't want to miss it. Inside Tiger Football goes live on YouTube on Thursday nights. That begins next week as well. We'll be having conversations with Coach Hill. We'll be having conversations with some of the other coaches on the staff throughout the season, player features, anything that really digs deep inside the program. That's why it's called Inside Tiger Football, Mo.
Yes, sir.
It's a great show, great program. Our broadcast team is featured on it as well, so you won't want to miss it. Look for that on Thursday nights on YouTube, and, of course, you can watch it on Fridays, of course, before the game. Get yourself a little bit ready. Get yourself juiced up and ready to go. Speaking of juiced up and ready to go, I'm ready to go for this second half. I'm looking forward to this. The Tigers have played very well in this first half, 14-0 lead. But, Coach, I want to get your thoughts on how it went and what you saw from quarter number 1 and quarter number 2 as far as the Tigers play.
Playing defense perfectly tonight. I mean, you got a shutout going down right now, and I know Crave and Higgs will find some things that they need to work on. But we're tackling well. We're pursuing to the football well. We're defending the pass well. We're playing up front well. Point of attack is what we're doing well also on defense. But on offense, we're running the ball well. I mean, looks like we got about 7.4 yards average on rushing the football. I think offensively we're trying to find our identity. But, you know, it's game one. Like I said, it's something that we're going to run into. But, hey, he'd like a three-score game right now. 14-0 isn't bad for a guy that's a defensive guy.
Got to be happy with the yardage totals. Broken Arrow at 222 here at the halftime break. Springdale Har-Ber only at 105. And as you mentioned, the 7.4 yard average per play is 3 above Springdale Har-Ber's 4.4. The Tigers are on the scoreboard twice, once with a rushing touchdown from Jeremiah Satimba, and, of course, the passing touchdown, the highlight play of the day, to Zayn Matthews-Boudreau, a 53-yard score. One thing that we both pointed out in this halftime break is the penalty count, and that's something that certainly you expect in the first week, but right now it is 6-0. The Tigers have 6 penalties against them, Springdale Har-Ber 0, and 33 penalty yards against the Tigers. That's something they're going to have to shore up.
And you have to shore it up because that could hurt you, you know, later on in the season. But their penalties, they're small penalties right now, but I'm sure that's something that was discussed in the locker room. But, you know, we'll get better at that situation.
The halftime message from Coach Hill certainly was a fiery one. You know that, no doubt. Madison Dildine listened in, and she has the scoop.
Yeah, guys, I just caught up with Caden Moody, and he said Coach's message was simple. We need to play our game and finish drives. He said we're sitting at a 2-possession game. We really need to make it a 3-possession game. We need to put our foot on their necks. He said the energy in the locker room was really high. Dylan?
Thank you, Madison, and it's always great to get that detailed listen in on what happened in the halftime break, and certainly that should be any coach's message when you're up 2 scores at halftime is let's build on this, let's get better, and let's clean things up.
Well, and when you know you're a better team, it's flawless. You have to play flawless football. I talk about that a lot, not only with my part of the program, but I know Travis Hill talks about that as well as they're switching sides of the field. But it's a flawless effort. You're better than Har-Ber, so go out there, play your ball game. Don't do the stupid things. Play your ball game and let's go out of this game with a 3-score victory.
Well, we're here in Northwest Arkansas, but there's a lot of scores across the state of Oklahoma, and one actually just facing an opponent that's down the road. Bentonville is at Union, and Bentonville leads the Redhawks 14-7 in the second quarter. Moore and Westmore is a 7-0 ball game. We saw yesterday Bixby take down Owasso in a 49-21 scoreline. Elsewhere across 6A1, Edmond Memorial 21-0 over Del City. Deer Creek is down to Bishop McGuinness 14-7 at half. Jenks up 34-0 on Edmond Santa Fe. And UConn with a 1-touchdown lead over PCO at half. And we get set to kick things away here in the third quarter. Nick Irvine sends it down the field. And once again, it is number 82, Pocious. And the ball may have slipped out, but it's brought down. And it's Nate Jackson that comes up with the tackle.
You know, Dylan, I like to see Masai flying down the field like that. That's what you want to be giving that effort right there. Even though he missed the tackle, he still slowed the guy down to allow our guys to rally to the football. So to me, that was a good play by Masai. If he just breaks down, I know that'll be a coaching moment when it comes to film tomorrow morning.
So Springdale comes out on offense first. Bryce Owens at quarterback. Looks left for the screen pass. And a big hit from Samaj Stanford. Boy, he makes those things look textbook easy.
Well, it looks like they're trying to tighten us down on formation, condense us down. But what Har-Ber needs to understand is this. You got a guy that has a high football IQ. He's going to force the issue. Ball goes out into the flats. He makes the play.
The way he gets downhill in the blink of an eye is incredible. Those instincts and that fast twitch speed makes him a dangerous player. Faking the handoff and now dumping it off to the tight end once again. This time coming up with the tackle is Noah Gillespie. But another pass to Jack Gilder, another completion, and this time a first down.
You know, you got Colton Barlow knifing on that situation on the quarterback right there to try to slow him down as we bring up this play right here.
Another screen pass. This time it's over to the left side and one of the receivers, and he's into the secondary and brought down beyond the marker. A first down once again for Springdale Har-Ber. That's Grayer Graham.
Okay, it looks like they're going to go a little hurry up right here. They're getting their play call from the sidelines. Right now, the first few plays in this half have been quick game, getting ball out to the flats, getting a now play going on right now as they go up for a shotgun formation right now.
Aaron Dannenauer, the head coach now for Springdale Har-Ber, is an experienced offensive mind, and he will find ways to spread that defense out. And so far here in this third quarter, they've gotten some good yardage, but Josie Sanders comes in and makes that tackle, as does John Brohl II, and it's just a gain of maybe a half a yard.
Looks like Bowser and John Brohl II bringing the hammer in right there at the defensive tackles and the defensive end position, slowing Har-Ber down for a 1-yard gain.
Josie Sanders earned the nickname Bowser from Coach Mo Wallace here. Sanders trying to rush the quarterback now. Owens trying to break away and brought down hard by number 10 defensively for the Tigers, Gabriel Manning.
Well, it looks like their offensive line is allowing our defensive line to go where they want to go, to open up that lane for their quarterback, as that was a complete run game right there for him. He sees what he sees, gets upfield. Now we got a third down and short for Har-Ber.
3rd and 5. Owens rolls right, goes back to the left. It's Gilder again, and he's got a couple of blockers in front of him. Gilder into the secondary, and he trucks over Stanford. A big gain and a first down for Springdale Har-Ber.
Okay, a little throwback screen to their tight end. That's something that I did see on film from their half game against Union. Looks like Josie's down on the play right there. A little throwback screen for a big gain. First down, Har-Ber going into about the 25-yard line.
Looks like it may just be a cramp. It is the early part of the season. You see these quite often as guys are really having to strain their bodies for excessive periods of time, something they really haven't done too much of so far. Now, there is always a little bit of a scare when Josie Sanders goes down, because he is coming back from the ACL injury, and that's something that I know he has really had a hard time with and coming back to the football game, and it really took a toll on him mentally being away from the game, and so he's definitely happy to be back out there with the pads on, the helmet on, and be suited up for the Tigers.
Well, and I like the fact that our athletic training staff took their time with him, and I know he had some setbacks when it came to the injury coming back from it. But like I said, it was a cramp issue. It's kind of cool outside, you know. I mean, hydration does become an issue, and we've done a great job in this program of taking care of our bodies, because that's one thing that Hill was concerned about when he came in and he took over, is the way our program is taking care of our bodies. But right now we're back to action here at the 25-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Wildcats. The handoff and brought down for no gain. It is Aaron Wilson on the carry. Tackle made by Eddie Dennis, our first time calling his name tonight, but somebody that, Coach, you're fired up about, a sophomore on this defensive line.
He's going to get about 15 to 20, 25 snaps a game, and I think that number will go up as the year goes along. A kid to put on about 30 pounds in the weight room thanks to Yancey McKnight.
He's got his hand in the dirt now. Tight end goes in motion. Owens fakes the pass. Dennis in front of him fires a deep duck. Can he get there? And it's caught. Touchdown Wildcats. And a one-score ball game in the blink of an eye.
And that's just Gillespie here at the bottom side down corner on this replay as we brought pressure to the quarterback. A little semi-bootleg right here. Trying to get pressure. He just loses his guy. Touchdown Har-Ber.
Gillespie trying to circle back to him and get there. Looked like Stanford was running over from the far side as well, trying to get underneath that ball. It was in the air for what felt like forever.
Yes.
I mentioned it being a duck. It really did look like just a desperation throw, but somehow still finding its target, finding 6 points, and now 7 after the PAT. It is 14-7 here at Springdale Har-Ber High School, and there is some life to this Wildcat sideline here as the third quarter rolls on.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Just about set to kick things off once again here live on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic. Dylan Rivera here on play-by-play. Coach Mo Wallace on color commentary. Now just a one-score ball game after a 26-yard touchdown pass to Trayson Reith from Bryce Owens. And the Tigers will get the ball back, a chance to expand their lead, their first touch of the second half. Certainly not looking to kick it to Samaj Stanford. A flag goes up.
Line up offsides.
I'd like to revisit that touchdown play, though, Coach, and
yes,
the 26-yard ball to Trayson Reith. And you and I both pointed out the defensive line. We were talking about Eddie Dennis, and he gets into the backfield here, but you said there's a mistake with the hands.
Well, if he needs to just make the tackle right there. I mean, he needs to put his shoulder into the quarterback. Don't try to get the hands up and try to block the pass. I think that's just a situation where he has to go in and just make the play on the quarterback. Quarterback gets the ball away. But also Gillespie coming up thinking the play's made in the backfield. He has to take care of his business, getting deep in his third or his quarter, and wait for the whistle to be blown.
Playing through the whistle is what you're always told as a young footballer, and in this moment the Tigers did not do so, and it results in 6 points for the Wildcats. 8:51 on the clock. We'll try to kick this thing off once again. And for the second time, they kick it directly at Jack Gardner.
And once again, would you kick it to number 4? I mean, that's going to be the question all season long, and I guarantee you this much. The guaranteed 10 games we have and our opponents kicking off to us, you're going to rarely see somebody kick it deep. And on that last scoring drive right there, Dylan, I mean, it's just that's young teams. I mean, I'm not saying we're young, but that's just mistakes that happen. First game of the season, trying to make a play here, trying to make a play there. I mean, we'll correct that on the sidelines, and we'll be better for it next play.
Titan Hicks goes in motion as the tight end. Satimba hands off to Sengo. Up the middle, keeping the legs churning, keeping the push on, and he goes down at the 40-yard line.
And they're doing a good job of stacking the box. One thing I like to see that they're doing well is they're standing us up at the point of attack. They're using their hands. They're driving us back, and they're just making plays and filling the gaps the way they need to fill the gaps.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Timba takes the snap, hands off to Sengo again, up the middle again, and this time it's for no more than maybe a couple of inches. 3rd down and 8 to come.
Okay, the first 2 plays on this series, they've won the line of scrimmage. They've won the attack on their line of scrimmage. The point of attack, Har-Ber's won it. So here's going to be a big play, 3rd down. Right here, what does Jay have dialed up for our offense?
Now 4 wide receivers out there as number 10, Kyron Myers, comes back out. He had 1 catch for 10 yards early on in this game. They'll send 3. Lang is open in the secondary, and here he goes. Payton Lang going the distance. Will they catch him? They will, just down at the 1-yard line. Payton Lang caught by the shoelaces.
Oh, what a play. As we see on this replay right here, Jeremiah has Payton Lang right in the slot. Goes right, splits the safeties right there, up the seam. Off to the races, number 24 chasing him. And I think he's in. Little hometown cooking right there at the half-yard line. But, hey, you know, we are over here at NWA, Northwest Arkansas. So let's just go ahead and punch it in and make sure right here, Tigers. We got big 99 in the middle right here.
Tigers break the huddle. Sengo is behind the center and may take a direct snap here, a flag. The Tigers coaching staff and the Wildcats both out on the field. Looks like they will be resetting the play clock. And a timeout called by the Tigers maybe. As they look to get that back to 25 seconds. Maybe the play clock was running too low and Broken Arrow wanted to reset it. So they take a timeout, and we will too. We'll come right back here live on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
It's time to update your kitchen just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Back here at Springdale Har-Ber High School, Dylan Rivera on play-by-play. Coach Mo Wallace handling the color commentary duties. Broken Arrow just 1 yard out, and now look at this power package. Titan Hicks will line up as the quarterback, looking for a direct snap in a Wildcat formation. Takes it. Not quite a handoff he wanted. Hicks will keep it himself. And he's in.
Let's call that King Kong touchdown right there.
Touchdown, Titan Hicks. And he is always going to be a tough guy to bring down. A big load running into that end zone. And it is now a 20-7 ball game. Looked like he was maybe going to hand it off, and maybe just a collision mistimed there, and still able to find the end zone.
And Dylan, that kind of happens. I mean, that's probably something that they have to work on a lot more in practice. But that's, go a little fake right there. He didn't get the ball out quick enough, but, hey, he's in for the touchdown.
Well, the best way to respond to a score is to go down and get a score of your own, and Broken Arrow has done that, 21-7.
And that's big time right there. That's something you want to see from a ball club, especially a ball club that Travis is trying to, understand that these kids got to grow up. They got to grow up in game-type situations. You get hit in the mouth, you got to hit back in the mouth in a heavyweight fight.
We'll step aside for a quick commercial break and come right back.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
21-7 scoreline. Tigers and Wildcats doing battle. Game 1 of the 2025 season. It's Payton Hicks that got us to that scoreline on a 1-yard QB rush. And he's a guy that is no stranger to the end zone. Scored 22 passing touchdowns last season as the Locust Grove quarterback and 26 on the ground. So he has seen the pay dirt plenty of times in his lifetime.
Well, and I mean, he's used to scoring. I mean, you get a guy like that, and he's used to being in the end zone. It's home to him. I mean, one thing I will talk about, Dylan, is we're going to be a team of explosive plays. The way Jay calls offense is explosive plays, and right now we've made those explosive plays so far tonight.
Tigers tried to set up quickly for their kickoff formation, and I believe it will be a false start.
Looks like probably either that or illegal formation.
I don't think everybody was set and standing still and waiting behind the kicker before he got up toward that ball.
Well, I do know that your foot has to be in front of the line, so I wonder if somebody's foot was on the line on that kickoff.
So they'll do it again. Right after we talk about Payton Hicks, Paul Hicks is the special teams coordinator, and you could see him upset after that play.
Yes.
Former Locust Grove head coach, former Hennessy head coach, assistant principal at the Broken Arrow High School now. Kick goes out of bounds near that 5-yard line, and the flag will come out.
And they'll get the ball at about the 35.
Before they do, we'll turn it over to Madison Dildine, who has a little bit of an insight on the defensive line.
Yeah, guys, Coach Higgins' emphasis in that last huddle was really accountability and recognizing what's in front of us. He said, hey, you're on the right track. We just have to go. We have to recognize tight end quads and bump. We have to hit when you see it, run, and strip the ball. But we have to respond and punch back. Dylan?
Thank you, Madison. And Coach Mo, you're nodding your head in here. That seems like that would have been your message out there.
And it's adjustments. I mean, it's things that you already know that you see. It's things that you've seen not only in film from the spring at the Jinx camp, but it's things that you've seen in the half game at Union. These are formations you know about. These are formations that this defensive staff knows, and they put it up there against you, so you have to make those adjustments on the field as a ball player.
Owens hands it off. And stuffed by Josie Sanders and a bunch of Tigers, but he's still moving and still pushing that pile forward. The Har-Ber Wildcats turned that from a 1-yard gain to an 8-yard gain.
We just got to get him down right there, Dylan. I mean, we stuffed him at the point of impact right there, and he just kept driving, keep running his legs. Great play by number 5 from Har-Ber.
It's Trayson Reith, who just got the touchdown not too long ago. Sanders clearly trying to pull him down. Jackson trying to push him, and he just kept those legs churning, and big number 72 was giving him some help from behind. That looked like it was Mark Ballard. Owens fakes the handoff this time, rolls out left, and he'll keep it himself and run out of play around the 38-yard line.
Okay, he didn't have his first read, so he decided to tuck in and run right there. We did a pretty good job of covering downfield. I do know down here on the bottom side, our safety kind of let that vertical route get on top of him a little bit more, but the quarterback wasn't looking this way. So now we have a first down, Har-Ber.
First downs tonight brought to you by Kitchen Tune-Up. 3 receivers left, tight end to his right. Owens looks left. Quick screen pass, it's Reith once again, and another solid gain for the Wildcats.
And that's just our tight end going right out to the flats. We got to make the play right there at about the 3-yard gain as we look on this replay right here, Dylan. Little out route. Just got to make the play right there. Don't be afraid to make the tackle come up. Put a pad right there on the thigh pad and bring him down for a 2-3 yard gain, but now it's second and about 1.
Ball on the 32-yard line. Reith in motion. Owens dumps it off to Gilder. Tigers all around him, but he still plows forward for a good gain. And Springdale Har-Ber is moving the ball against this Tiger defense.
Well, and right there you had Barlow coming in on knifing the quarterback right there. So let's just see. I know we talked about that field being a little bit slick in pregame, so I don't know if he slipped on that play right there, but that's still a big game by Har-Ber right there on offense. Brings up first down inside the 20-yard line.
We've yet to mention that, but in the pregame, a lot of guys going through drills. We were watching their footing, and they were losing their footing on quick cuts and sharp turns, so something to watch certainly in this game. Of course, that goes both ways. Springdale also plays on the same field tonight. Run up the middle. McAllister brought down, and no gain.
I like that play right there by John Bro, stonewalling him right there at the line of scrimmage, bringing him down. So I think that's what we have to do a better job of right here front. Looks like we got the freshman Isaiah Anderson in at nose tackle right now.
Pistol formation. Owens hands it off. Once again, McAllister making the stop. Number 15 got in there first for Broken Arrow.
And they're doing a pretty good job, Har-Ber is, of kind of mixing things up when it comes to the run game, either going out wide on the perimeter, getting in between the tackles, or going off tackle right there, bringing up a third down and about 5 inside the 15-yard line.
Third and 5. McAllister up the middle. He's got room. And he's brought down in the secondary by Samaj Stanford.
Okay, right there on that play right there. A little action by the tight end. Going in motion at the snap of the football, kicking out our D end, making a hole right there. Brings up first down inside the 5-yard line, first and goal for Har-Ber.
We've not seen really anything downfield for Springdale on this drive. It's been a lot of running and a lot of short, quick screen passes or out routes. And they've been able to move the ball effectively, and now just 3 yards from pay dirt. Handoff, McAllister again. Puts those shoulders down, and he's in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that right there, Dylan, was just a good old-fashioned, hey, we're going to put the football and we're going to run it right down your throat. And that's what they did on this play right here from the 3-yard line. Quarterback under center.
Handoff and just running hard after finding the hole. Exploding through and getting across the goal line.
Mano a mano. They got the confidence up front right now to run the football against our defensive line, and they won that battle.
Kick is up and through. We've talked a lot about this Tigers team. It's a brand new Tigers team, but this is a brand new Springdale team as well. So both sides trying to figure things out probably in that first half, and now looking like they have figured things out. And it'll be exciting to see how this one finishes out.
Well, with all the excitement that's going on around our program over the spring and the summer, you know, Har-Ber's been hearing about that, you know, and they're coming in. They know it's going to be a heavyweight fight, and they think we're the Goliath and they're the David. So they're on the home field and they're not going to give up.
Both schools have struggled over the last few years. Broken Arrow hasn't had more than 5 wins since the 2021 season, so it's been a rough go of it as of late for Broken Arrow. On the flip side, Springdale Har-Ber hasn't had more than 3 wins since 2020. They had 5 that year. But it has been 2 programs that have really wanted to change things up, and Broken Arrow has done so with Travis Hill, and the Wildcats have done so with Aaron Dannenauer.
And there are 2 programs that have, from what I see, pretty good facilities over here at Har-Ber. I mean, we know we have out there Broken Arrow, as Har-Ber's about to kick it off from this 6-4 formation from the kickoff.
Once again going toward Jack Gardner, and once again handled by Jack Gardner. It is at the 34-yard line where they will start the offense.
And I know there's going to be some things that Prentice and Coach Whitaker talk about to the defensive line down there. I mean, maybe it's your footwork here, maybe it's a step here, maybe it's attacking the outside shoulder, maybe it's just hand fighting. You know, whatever it is, Har-Ber won the battle in that series up front, and that's why this ball game is a 21-14 ball game.
Change up on the offensive line. Devin Smith in at left guard. Roberson in at running back right now. Irvine on the move. Hand off to Roberson. Taking off toward the right sideline and able to find a few yards and scoot forward right before he stepped out.
And Har-Ber's doing a great job on the defensive line at the point of attack, even with their linebackers, of just getting lateral. You know, you see a little penetration by number 90 on Isham, and that just slows Octavian down as he has to bounce it back out. And that way your linebackers and the rest of your linemen can get over the top to make that play.
Earlier on, we saw a lot of 4 guys down in 3 tech, and now only 3 guys down for Springdale Har-Ber. Another short run for Roberson, picks up about 3 yards, and it will now be a 3rd and 4.5, 3rd and 5.
And this is good. We'll see right here. I think this is a situation where Jay's going to dial it up to where he needs to dial it up, because obviously this is a 2-down possession right here to get 4 yards. You want to need 2 downs to get 4 yards.
Like Satimba was just trying to get them to jump off sides. Snap, looking left, lining it up, Lang behind the defense, and here he goes again. Payton Lang opening things up. He'll get there this time. Payton Lang into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is what we do right there on 3rd and 4. You dial it up to one of the fastest guys, hardest working guys on the team as he splits the safeties going down in the middle of the seam. As we see right here on this replay, Dylan, he knows who he has in the slot. Right down the middle of the field. Beats the 2 guys. Touchdown, Tigers. Touchdown, Payton Lang. And I guarantee you this much right there, they're not going to call that one down at the 1-yard line.
I'm sure he's envying being the villain right now. The fans were up on their feet, making a lot of noise, and as soon as he caught that ball, it went dead silent on the home side of the field. And just now, the Tigers expand their lead by 2 scores, and Nick Irvine once again putting it right into the back of the net. And it is 28-14, Broken Arrow in front of Springdale Har-Ber here on the road in Game 1. We have the rest of this second half coming your way live here on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling.
The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
.28-14 ball game, 2:38 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Tigers set to kick it back over to the Springdale Har-Ber Wildcats live here on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic. Dylan Rivera here as your play-by-play voice. Mo Wallace, the color commentator. Nick Irvine boots it down the field. And it's Pocious once again coming away with it, and he has some room to work. Brought down just inches away from breaking that one open. It's Colton Barlow that makes the tackle.
And right now, Har-Ber sees that Broken Arrow wants to kick it right there into that little pocket at the 10-yard line. So they're setting up a return that almost sprung free on our kickoff return team, or our kickoff team.
Coach, last drive we saw Springdale Har-Ber move the ball with ease on short little dink and dunk passes, but then also on a lot of really strong runs. How do you slow that down?
Well, I think especially with the dink and dunk passes, it's the corners making their calls, safeties making their calls as well, and it's communication with the defense.
This time it's a handoff, and it's McAllister picking up about 1.5 yards. Josie Sanders in on the tackle.
Malik Ross.
And Malik Ross.
Who's had a pretty good game. Both of them had a pretty good game, and that's what I like to see out of the box. You know, your defensive line and your linebackers making all the tackles so far, and they've done a pretty good job tonight.
Bryce Owens has been steady here for Springdale Har-Ber. mentioned early on in this game, he was the quarterback that came in for just a few moments last year and went 2 for 8, 9 yards and an interception last time out. And he looks really comfortable here in this one. Gabe Manning coming into the backfield and making a tackle, losing about a half a yard here, so now 3rd and 9.
I like that play by Gabe Manning, who's our Tiger end right there. He's taking on 2 blocks in that technique position right there, taking on 2 blocks, holding his ground, and just making sure that guy doesn't get outside of him. So that's what he's done. He's staying square at the line of scrimmage, make sure he doesn't get outside of him, and taking care of business on the inside.
Big play coming here for the Tigers defense. Owens dropping back to pass, a screen pass to McAllister, tripped up and brought down in a short gain. Now you're in the territory of, do you go for it or do you punt it away? It's about a 4th and 3.
Looks like they're going to go for it, but that was a great play by our defense as they, if anything's ever too easy, screen play, Malik Ross right there to clean it up.
Malik Ross has been fantastic in this ball game. He played in 5 games last year, 9 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 interception. That came in the Norman North game. And it looks like the punting unit is out for the Wildcats.
Will they kick it to number 4, Dylan?
They will not. It will go out of bounds. And they may mark it somewhere near that 45. They'll actually say the 47, now the 6, and still backing up.
Wow. 49.
So it will be the 49.
Okay. Well, defense did a good job right there. They had the momentum. Har-Ber had the momentum. Broken Arrow got the momentum back. Har-Ber comes back on offense. Defense does what they had to do by stopping them. Now it's time for the offense to blow this game wide open.
Satimba trots out onto the field. Offensive line has made some changes once again. Now Devin Smith at right guard.
Well, he's a kid that's going to be able to play all positions on the field at that offensive line.
Sengo takes the handoff. No, it's actually Satimba that keeps it, and he's got room to work. Look at Jeremiah Satimba go. He goes out of bounds near that 25-yard line, and a big pickup on the ground from the quarterback.
Hey, and Satimba looks like Jamel Holloway right there, Dylan. Riding him, and pulls it for a nice little gain out here on the outside.
Great fake. I really thought Sengo had it. And instead it's Satimba with a big pickup. And they said he went out at the 26-yard line, so that's where the ball is placed. 1st down and 10. Handoff. This time it is to Sengo. And he pushes forward for a couple.
Great push by our offensive line right there. Pretty good push. I mean, even though Har-Ber's doing a great job of stymieing the offensive line right there at the point of attack. I mean, if you can get 2 or 3 yards right here, I think we're going to do a great job as we go into the 4th quarter, Dylan.
1 more quarter to go, 12 minutes on the clock. The Tigers lead by 14. Springdale Har-Ber and Broken Arrow doing battle in Game 1 of the 2025 season. We have the final quarter of play coming up next, live on ArrowVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Start your day refreshed with a delicious breakfast sandwich deal from Quick Trip. Choose from classics like the sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, the ham, egg, and cheese biscuit, or the melty bacon, egg, and cheese grilled cheese. And get ready to really wake up because it comes with
any small Red Bull of your choice, all for $5. Woo! Let's go! That's any breakfast sandwich plus a Red Bull for just $5. Yeah! True tea, more than a gas station.
It's time to update your kitchen, just for you. Kitchen Tune-Up will make your kitchen look and feel transformed. Let's create a kitchen that inspires and uplifts you. Kitchen Tune-Up. Update, upgrade, uplift.
Hey Tigers, get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
2nd and 8, a handoff to Sengo, and he flips forward for a gain of about 6. So 3rd and 2 coming up. Quickly back into the action. Boy, we like coming out of those commercial breaks straight into the game.
I love it. I mean, it's great for the people at home, tell you the truth. And one thing about Sengo, Dylan, that you'll see, and I know we watched it this summer in games from last year, is Sengo's the type of back that when it comes to the 4th quarter, you've been wearing on him all game long. He gets stronger as the game goes along.
So here we go, 3rd and short. Payton Hicks will line up behind the left tackle and now move over to the right side. Sango in the backfield. Satemba hands off. Sango got a hole and just enough to pick up that first down. Picks up 3 when he only needed 2.
And I like the call right there from Jay and his offense. I mean, that's probably Levy telling them, hey, let's run this football right here as we see on this replay. Follow behind Sam Deeren and them boys right there, first down Tigers. I say we keep running the football, imposing our will on them.
Shotgun formation still for the Tigers. Once again, Sango following his lead blockers, and a great run from Corey Sango.
One thing I like to see is when you see an offensive line continue to get penetration downfield, 5-6 yards downfield, and that running back just putting his hand behind whether it's the center or the guard and just keep pushing them along. Great gain right there. It brings up 2nd down and 4.
Right now the offensive line unit left to right is Moody, Daring, Isham, Smith, and Brashears. 2 receivers left, 1 to his right. Sango the handoff. And deeper into enemy territory, a kitchen tune-up first down, ball down at the 4 and knocking on the door.
Man, let's keep going with it, tell you the truth. Let's keep going with it. Why do anything else? Let's just keep going with it. Keep going behind the bigs. JJ, Devin Smith, Moody, Isham. Looks like Nick Irvine came in. Double tight ends. A little heavy package look like right here as we got Payton Hicks. Bottom side. Nick Irvine, H-back.
9.5 minutes to go. The handoff to Sango. And this time he's met in the backfield, dropped for a loss of about 2.
I mean, that's great penetration right there by Har-Ber, bringing some pressure right there, bringing the blitz. Sango's coming out. Looks like we got Octavian coming in.
Defensive line for Springdale Har-Ber. You talked about Jamel Holloway a few moments ago. How about Lucius Selman III
yes.
is the defensive line coach for Springdale Har-Ber, and that is a deep cut OU connection there. Any Sooner fans certainly will now have a little bit to root for on that Springdale Har-Ber side as well. Pass, fade, looking for Stanford, and it's off target.
Well, now we got 3rd down right here, 3rd down and goal. We'll see what Jay has dialed up. Whether you stay behind the bigs or you try to get Jeremiah out on the perimeter, little run pass option right here. 3rd and goal with about 8:52 left in the 4th quarter.
Coach, if you're coaching this game, what's your play call here?
I would probably try to get Jeremiah on the perimeter out here. You got put him on a run pass option right here on the perimeter.
Roberson out there as the tailback back, and he gets a block, and it's Payton Lang in the back of the end zone. Once again, Payton Lang coming up big for the Tigers. 6 more on the board, and it's Payton Lang.
Hey, I mean, why not? Number 5, go ahead and dial it up. He's a mismatch for those guys on the inside. Jeremiah takes a snap, as we see on this replay, as he's going to just ride and see his boy Payton coming right across the middle and delivers a shot.
Lang has come up
to the
big
Tigers
with 2 touchdowns in this ballgame, and one that was maybe a half a yard away from being a touchdown. So Payton Lang has put his stamp on this game.
And I love it.
And it's now 35-14. The Tigers in front of Springdale Har-Ber in Game 1 of the 2025 season. We'll take a quick commercial break and come right back here live on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Back here live on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic. It is the fourth quarter, 8 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock here at Springdale Har-Ber High School. 35-14 the score line, and Nick Irvine set to kick things off once again.
What I like about what we've been doing on offense and what Jeremiah's been doing, making the right decisions, is getting the ball not only to Payton Lang, but it's an easy throw for him, whether it's a tight end down the seam, whether it's an inside slot receiver down the seam. That's an easy throw for a quarterback, especially when you got a guy like Payton Lang who's a mismatch to any linebacker or inside safety.
Ball booted downfield. Once again, it's going toward that back left corner, and it goes out of play. So a flag once again on the Tigers kickoff unit. But I think they will be just fine with that.
Now we got to make another statement by our defense. This is something our defense has to understand. This is closeout time. For all you baseball fans out there, this is where you bring your closer in. This is where I think your defense has to go out there and prove to everybody that even though Har-Ber put up 14 points, hey, let's go and shut them out here in the last 8 minutes or 44 seconds and bring this home to Broken Arrow.
Well, you may remember from last season's game, Broken Arrow forced 5 turnovers against Springdale Har-Ber. Tonight, only 1 so far with the fumble, and of course the Tigers have fumbled on their own end as well. But that was the most the BA has forced in a game since September 23rd of 2021 when they forced 6 in a game against Westmore.
And that's what we got to do right there as he tried to get outside. We had a blanket coverage. Looks like we was in cover 3 right there. Blanket coverage. Tried to roll out. Didn't find anybody. Throws the ball away. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
McAllister back in at running back for Springdale Har-Ber. Bryce Owens takes the snap, hands it off. McAllister up the middle. And brought down by 2 different Tigers, Gabe Manning and Colton Barlow, in on the stop.
And we'll see what Broken Arrow has dialed up, whether they're going to bring some pressure or just go ahead and continue to play their base defense right here. Looks like Har-Ber has 2 receivers to the bottom. Unattached tight end from shotgun formation.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Hand off McAllister. Plowing forward and getting that first down, and a tough run from McAllister. He has been successful tonight. He has been very strong when he's had the ball in his hands, and he is subbed out now for Aaron Wilson, who's had a couple of good carries as well.
Hey, we stood him up, I can tell you that right now, but he is a strong kid, probably one of the strongest kids in their program.
Pistol formation. No handoff this time. Owens rolls out left, dumps it off to Gilder, and he's open, and he's got some room to work before he's brought down by Samaj Stanford.
And then flood routes have been open for them a lot tonight, where right there they flooded their zone in the flats. Had one guy coming into the flats, another guy with an intermediate route. So those bootleg game has been real good for them tonight.
Handoff, Wilson, and he's brought down by a couple of Tigers, Nate Jackson in part.
Little hurry up offense right here by Har-Ber's. They got 3 receivers, a little bunch look out there at the top.
Quick whistle from the secondary.
Might have a timeout.
It is a timeout for the Tigers. And so we will take one as well and come right back here live on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic.
Get your taste buds ready, because we're bringing all the drip and none of the drama with our new sauced and tossed tender bites. They're juicy, crispy, and sauced like a boss. Bite into your new obsession. Only at Slim Chickens.
Back here live on Aerovision, 2nd and 4, 35-14 ball game. Springdale Har-Ber has moved the ball down the field effectively here in this second half and doing more of the same here. Pass out to the right side quickly in coverage. Ball popped up, but it falls incomplete. Samaj Stanford coming in and laying down the lumber.
Hey, kid is right there on this replay. Samaj is right there like glue on him on the slot receiver. Quarterback looks back. Samaj coming back to the play. He just knows how to cover. One of the best cover guys, not only in the state, but arguably probably in the country, as I know he plays a little 7-on-7 with a team out of California.
He has tons of Division I interest, 30 total offers, including names like Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, Washington, Michigan, Ohio State. Just about anybody that's been in the college football playoff as of recently, you can name them, and they've probably got some interest in some.
The who's who of who. I mean, blue blood programs. Programs know that he's going to come in and be that guy, and his ceiling is high.
Owens rolls out right. Manning is there, and a sack for Gabe Manning.
There it is right there. That's how we do it. That's what a Tiger back is supposed to do, Tiger end supposed to do. Bring pressure, play the upfield shoulder, sack by Gabe Manning, his first of the season.
First sack for Gabe Manning, numero uno. He calls himself Uno. His family does at home. Ball popped out. Just can't get their hands on it. Wide receiver out there, Austin Sandoval. And the incomplete pass forces a third and very, very long.
And what that sack does, Dylan, is you're on a roll offensively, and you think you got a play call that you can hit us on, and Gabe Manning just comes in, makes a sack, and it just gets you back discombobulated with your offensive play calls.
18 yards to the sticks. Owens rolls left, looks long, quickly snapping down and making the tackle is Bryson Brown, and it will be short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th and 6, ball on the 24-yard line. And again, decision time for Springdale Har-Ber. You're down by 21 with 6:20 to go. Surely you'd think they would go for it.
And that's what they're going to do right here. They think they got the good play call for it, 4th down to 6.
Wilson in the backfield. Owens rolls right. He's looking right. He's got a man toward the end zone. Farrell in defense, and Farrell makes the stop. Big play from Gaston Farrell.
Yeah, it's a huge play by our cornerback right there, Gaston Farrell, as he pushes him out of bounds right there, gets hands on him, plays the ball up high. Little semi-rollout bootleg action by the quarterback. Farrell with a big play.
There's certainly a chance for a catch there, but Farrell able to interfere with that right arm and do just enough to knock it down to the turf. And the Tigers survive a little bit of a scare as Springdale Har-Ber has been moving the ball, and they got all the way down into enemy territory with some ease. A little bit of trouble when Gabe Manning sacks you for a big loss, but nonetheless, the Tigers stand firm, the Tigers hold strong, and they keep the Wildcats from getting on the scoreboard.
And Farrell did a great job of playing through the hands and knocking that ball out.
Hicks goes in motion. Hand off to Sango. Sango hits the hole so hard he's knocking players over in the process. And he falls forward for a gain of maybe 5.
Just a guy, like I said, he's going to be a guy that needs to close the game out. He's going to be the guy that's going to lower that pad, play a great pad level, and he's going to make your linebackers tackle him all game long.
Offensive line has returned to the original starters, with Daring at left guard, Silva at right tackle, Brashears at right guard, and then Isham and Moody fill it out. Handoff and brought down for a short gain. That's actually not Moody at left tackle. That's number 72, Preston Birch. Sango comes up, Gimpy. He's going to have to hop off the field, holding that left leg up. And certainly our incredible training staff will be quick to help him. Roberson comes out onto the field.
Probably a little cramp right there.
3 receivers. And an offsides call. As number 98 jumped off sides, that's Keyshawn Holder.
And that's going to be a first down.
First down for the Tigers. And I believe, unless something has changed, that would be the first penalty against Springdale Har-Ber in this ballgame.
I mean, scoreboard says what it says, but Springdale's played a great disciplined ball game when it comes to penalties. It looks like they're not going to commit them tonight. They only committed one by jumping off sides for a 5-yard penalty, but it's in our favor, brings up 1st and 10.
Letting the play clock run, letting the game clock run. Certainly no hurry for these Tigers as they have a 3-score lead with just about 4:20 to go.
And this is the part of your offense where you call it when you're ahead, your 4-minute offense.
The handoff to Roberson. He tries to push forward for a few, but he only gets about one.
And he's still up.
And this will certainly be the game plan for the rest of this evening, is just to push forward in the rushing game, try to run that clock down, and get out of here with the W.
What I like to see right here, Dylan, I mean, obviously we're going to do what we have to do, but defensively we played well tonight. I mean, I know we still got 3.5 minutes left in this ball game, but I like to give big kudos to the defensive staff and what they've done, even though there were some situations where we bended but we never broke. And we did what we had to do to play a defensive ball game.
Satimba keeps it himself, and he will slide down after a loss of a couple of yards. Looks like maybe a loss of 4. And he will be downed at the 33.
Hicks is coming out. Kyron Myers is coming in for him. You got 3 receivers to the top.
Got the freshman Joseph Williams at the top, Tayshawn Jones-Wade at the bottom. No tight ends to help in blocking this one. Satimba's looking Jones-Wade's way, and he comes down with the ball. A great connection there between the two of them, and we have seen that not just this season, but last year as well.
Well, we got 2 referees with their hats off. So that's either going to be a sideline or that the corner may have pushed Tayshawn out of bounds.
See if we can see anything on this replay here.
And that's a first down, so that was probably a sideline warning. Probably twice.
So a first down for Broken Arrow on the Satimba to Jones-Wade connection. I believe that's the first completion between those two tonight. Jones-Wade's first catch.
And I like that play call right there. Even though we're up 35-14, you always want to get your guys into the action. You always want to keep them engaged. You know, I'm looking at Tayshawn previously before that play. You know, hey, what's his body language look like? You know, he gets a play like that, little long gain. Hey, keeps him engaged into the game.
2 minutes left. Hand off to Roberson. He goes up the right side and picks up some good yardage. 5 more to his tally. Clock continues to roll down.
Man, it looks like it's pretty much elementary. Minute 30 left in the game.
Snap, the handoff. Roberson once again going to his right, spinning out of some trouble, and down at the 30.
We'll clean up yardage right here, bringing up 3rd down and about 2. You know, obviously you want to get into the number 1 formation in football, and that's the victory formation. I mean, I like what I seen tonight, Dylan. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I know there were some things that happened coming out of halftime. You know, you go up 21 you're up 14-0 at halftime, and then some things happen, make it 14-7, 21-14. But I think we did a good job tonight of responding to the blows that Har-Ber gave us as Octavian goes for a first down right here.
Roberson pushed strong, and a first down, and that should wrap things up on a Game 1 victory for the Broken Arrow Tigers. 35-14 will be the final score, and Travis Hill has one win as head coach for the Broken Arrow Tigers. Certainly something that we've all been looking forward to since the moment he was hired on December 11th of 2024. There's been an excitement around this program. There's been just a certain energy in the building at Broken Arrow. And being able to see it come to fruition in Game 1 and get this 3-score victory over Springdale Har-Ber, gosh, it's got to feel good for those kids.
It does. I mean, get the monkey off your back. I mean, that's something that they heard all offseason. All offseason, can you win Game 1? Can you win ball games in the 25 season? But I can tell you right now, there's some things that we do have to work on going into Fayetteville next week. But I'm going to tell you right now, Dylan, going back home to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, feels a lot better right now with this victory tonight coming out of Springdale.
We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have a little bit of a post-game show. We'll have some highlights, and we'll name a Joseph Enterprise Incorporated difference maker of the game. We'll actually keep it here to finish this one out. So first thing I want to do is I want to talk about our One Club sponsors. We've got some great One Club sponsors: Quick Trip, St. Francis Health System, Tulsa Bone and Joint, TTCU, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, Shields, and the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation. All of them do so many wonderful things to make our broadcasts and make Broken Arrow athletics happen. And just a huge thank you to all of those companies and all of those groups. Want to take a look at the upcoming schedule? That's brought to you by Lenny Subs, and the Tigers next week once again making a road trip right over here to Northwest Arkansas. They'll play at Fayetteville. Then they have Mustang at home. That'll be the home opener in Week 3, and that'll be a special atmosphere, a special game for sure. That is a good opponent this year. That's somebody that you definitely circle. You got to look forward to that Mustang game. And you come right back with an even bigger one. Owasso, September 26th at Tiger Memorial Stadium. At UConn on October 3rd. Edmond Santa Fe follows on the 10th. October 17th at Norman North. Union, Edmond Memorial, and Westmore finish out the schedule. Coach Mo, looking at that schedule, is there any game that you certainly are going to make sure you've got your popcorn, you've got your comfy lazy boy ready to go, and you're going to make sure you're tuned into AeroVision for?
Well, I can tell you right now, I like to break the season down into 3 parts. The first part is going to be your non-district season. The games matter. They matter to the fans. They matter to the district. They matter to the players because it's your overall record. But then you got the district season. The district season gets you set up for the playoff season. I can tell you right now, next game is what matters to me, and that's the game that I like to tell people right now. You better have your popcorn ready because that's going to be a huge game when we go into Fayetteville against them Bulldogs.
We've talked a little bit about the energy around this program, but can you imagine the energy in that stadium at Broken Arrow if the Tigers come back from 2 games at Northwest Arkansas with 2 victories?
With 2 victories, and you come home with your first game of the season against one of the top-ranked quarterbacks in the nation, and Travis Hill and his defensive staff game planning, and I can tell you right now, it's going to be wonderful as he's saying some great words to his guys right now.
You got to really enjoy this unity, being able to see it out on the field, and Travis Hill having all of his guys circle up, and a message from the head coach, and certainly happy to see a win. You got to imagine he is enjoying this, taking it in a little bit as well. Being the head coach of Broken Arrow is something that means a lot to Travis Hill. Yeah. He grew up just on the east side of Tulsa, went to East Central to be a head coach, and he won a state championship there in 2005. Came and won a state championship as a defensive coordinator in 2018 here at Broken Arrow. Goes to Muskogee, wins a state championship there, and now back as the head man. And he is breathing some life into this program and breathing a message into his boys here.
Well, and it's special. I mean, it's special to the 3 of us, tell you the truth. I mean, we're BA grads, and to be on this broadcast not only with you but also Madison, and to see this atmosphere, see these guys, see everybody surrounding them, 2 eyes, 2 ears, all the coaches looking at them. I see Coach Barlow down there in the gold hoodie right there. That's Coach Barlow, our 8th grade head coach. I mean, that just shows you what's back in Broken Arrow, and that's unity, that's confidence, and that's a program ready to take the state by storm.
Really quickly, we'll read over some stats for you as we look across both Broken Arrow's and Springdale Har-Ber's roster. Jeremiah Satimba goes 13 of 18 for 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jeremiah Satimba also rushed for 73 yards and a score. Corey Sango, 18 rushes, 60 yards, and Madison Dildine has Travis Hill down on the field.
Coach, some standout performances tonight from Satimba, Sango, and Lang. How imperative is it to have influential guys like that on your roster?
Well, it's great because offensively, it's really, really nice whenever you can't look into one person. You got to defend the whole field. They have a few kids that can make us do that too. So very happy offensively. I don't think we punted the football all night, controlled the football. We can clean up a little bit over there. Very good performance. And I thought the defense did some good things against a very well-called offensive team in Har-Ber, and a quarterback that's dynamic. So we made the stops when we need to. That's called winning football.
What did you learn about your team tonight?
Yeah, like I said, resiliency. I mean, they do believe. This is a very hostile environment. I didn't expect it to be this hostile. I'm just telling you from a coach's standpoint. Tired of that band playing already, okay? And, their fans, they were emotional, good student session. So it was a very hostile environment. So I learned a lot about our team. And we improved more in game one and between game 1 and game 2 than any other time in the year. So it's going to be a great opportunity for us to go watch that and use that as an opportunity to improve.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Good to see you.
Thank you, Madison. Thank you, Coach Hill. 35-14 scoreline. We're running through those stats, and certainly can't forget Payton Lang. 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. An incredible performance from him. He also had that long catch that went for a very big gain but fell just short of the goal line. Zayn Matthews-Boudreau had a big touchdown as well, 53-yard score, 76 yards total on the day. Samaj Stanford came up with a couple of catches, 28 yards for him. And then, of course, you got to look at the defensive side of the ball, Coach Mo. That's where you make your bread and butter, right? 46 total tackles, 1 sack on the evening from Gabe Manning. Of course, a fumble recovery from Nate Jackson. Some impressive plays all around. But before we get out of here, we have to name a difference maker of the game, and that is brought to you by Joseph Enterprise Incorporated, better known as JEI. You're thinking about this one, aren't you?
I'm going Payton Lang.
All right.
Game one, I'm going Payton Lang. Obviously it can't be Jeremiah, but Payton Lang has to catch the football. He's the one that makes the play. He's explosive. He made the plays whenever it mattered, whenever the offense needed it, whenever the team needed it. So I'm going to give that to Payton Lang.
Before we get out of here again, we have one more thing for you.
What's up?
It's the highlights. We're going to go to the highlights for this one, wrap this thing up with a bow, and we start things off with the first highlight of the game, which was Jeremiah Satimba's 1-yard QB keeper up the middle. And I love seeing him use his legs.
Yes. I mean, like I said, that's a part of his game that a lot of people don't, overlook, and that's his legs.
Gets a good push from the offensive line, gets a good push from the tight ends behind him, and able to find pay dirt. Just a 1-yard rush, nothing flashy, but hey, it's points, and you're happy to take that. This was a fumble from Reith. Didn't look like anybody forced it, but the Tigers fall on it, and they get the recovery. It's Nate Jackson on the recovery.
Well, you take advantage of your opportunities. Are right there. Broken Arrow took advantage of an opportunity and fell on the football.
Satimba back to pass, and this is where he finds Zayn Matthews-Boudreau on a beautifully thrown ball on the move. And Zayn Matthews-Boudreau slips by 2 defenders and dives into that end zone. A heck of an effort near that goal line to find pay dirt. And the Springdale Har-Ber Wildcats, well, they had some trouble offensively because Samaj Stanford was all over the place, flying around, making stops. Titan Hicks was able to find 6 points as well, keeping the ball to himself in the Wildcat formation. He's a big boy to try to bring down. Satimba fired this one to Payton Lang, and it was nothing but just the back of his heels that Springdale Har-Ber could see.
And, right, like I said, he's a guy that's going to make the plays. He's an explosive athlete. He's a great person, and he made the plays, and I'm glad to see that he did it tonight.
And he was able to find Payton Lang one more time in the back of the end zone. 2 touchdowns on the day for him. And, boy, if you're going to find a difference maker somewhere on this field, it's pretty easy to spot Payton Lang and say that was the guy tonight.
As we got to see Payton, as we see Gabe Manning right there make the sack, and that's kind of a play that probably sealed the deal and got them out of their rhythm.
Might have really flown under the radar, but Manning making that sack dropped Bryce Owens back. I think it was a good 8 yards or so. It was a big loss, and that made it a very long way to the sticks, and so the Tigers were able to convert yet another stop defensively, and that's one thing that I know you're going to be happy with.
Yeah,
there was a lot of stops defensively.
Well, and Coach talked about it tonight. They were a resilient bunch of kids tonight. I mean, that's just the confidence being in the program, them believing. That's something that he talked about from day one, a program that has to believe. If you wake up in the morning, you got to look yourself in the mirror. You got to believe that you're going to be successful, and we believe that tonight, and we got it done.
Next game for the Tigers at Fayetteville at 7 p.m. Of course, we will have that live for you here on AeroVision, brought to you by Kinetic. For Springdale Har-Ber, their next game is at Farmington on September 5th at 7 p.m. as well. Until next time, we hope you have a great evening. Signing off for Coach Mo Wallace and Madison Dildine, I've been Dylan Rivera. Thank you for tuning in this evening, and we will see you next Friday.